You'll see it in the little things that add up to success. The caring and passion are the things that we love best.
Wolf Chase Limb Brace is your Mid-South provider for orthotics and prosthetics. They are an ABC-accredited facility, and their practitioners are ABC certified. At Wolf Chase Limb Brace, their services include artificial limbs, legs and arms, braces of all kinds, and custom molded inserts. You can call them today at 901-507-7821 for their location on Highway 64 in between Germantown Parkway and Appling Road, or visit them at their new location in Jackson, Tennessee. That number is 731-660-5900, or visit them on the web at wolfchaselimbembrace.com.
Dedicated our life to yours. Wolf Chase Limb and Brace.
For over 25 years, Sports 56, 96.1, and 87.7 has been bringing you great local sports talk. With 13 hours of local talk daily, we continue to be Memphis's local sports leader. The day starts with Keith Parker and Elliot Wender on the press box from 6 to 7, followed by the Peter Edmiston Experience with C.J. Hurt from 7 to 10. Sports 56 middays with Greg Gaston and Eli Savoy takes you through lunch from 10 until 1. And then, John Harden brings you Johnny Radio's Happy Hour from 1 to 3. Dave Woloshin and Brett Norsworthy drive you home every afternoon with Sports Time with Wolo and Stats from 3 till 6. And John Rennie wraps up the day with Southern Sports Report from 6 to 7 before we turn things over to Fox Sports Radio to get you through the evening. We also bring you Ole Miss sports, NFL football, and the NCAA basketball tournament. Don't miss anything. Keep your radio locked in right here on Real Sports Talk. Sports 56, 96.1, and 87.7.
Do you use the expensive blue or yellow pills to charge your sex life? Are you thinking about it? What if we can promise you the same results for less than $3 a pill? If you're paying $20 a pill for the other pills, you're getting taken to the cleaners. Our pills deliver the exact same results for less than $3. You'll save more than $16 a pill for the same results. And right now, radio callers will get 44 blue or yellow pills for $120 with free discreet shipping. You can save more than $700 off pharmacy prices. Charge your sex life now and save a ton of money. Call now and get your 44 pills and save over $700 and qualify for free shipping. Stop overpaying and call right now.
800-218-6473. 800-218-6473. 800-218-6473. That's 800-218-6473.
Sports 56, 96.1, and 87.7 welcomes you to the Peter Edmiston Experience with C.J. Hurt. This hour of the experience is brought to you by Mid-South Power Distributors. All things diesel for over 26 years. Now, here are your hosts, Peter and C.J.
Oh, yes, we are live for a brand new week as we get closer and closer to Christmas. The holidays are upon us. It's all happening on a rainy and nasty Monday morning. Doesn't feel very Christmassy out there today, I can tell you that. But that's okay. We're going to make it feel Christmassy here because we're going to give you the gift of great radio for the next 3 hours, give or take, with a couple of interruptions here and there, but that's what we're going to do for you all the way live, baby. We're taking you all the way up to 10 o'clock. Peter Edmiston here with you on this Monday. And joining me on the Peter Edmiston Experience with C.J. Hurt is none other than C.J. Hurt.
Hey, everybody.
And,
we are doing the good Christmas songs today also.
What does that mean?
The nasty ones.
Oh,
yes.
Good. Today
yes.
is good.
Yes.
Okay. Yes.
Send your requests in, man.
My favorite day of the year. Love it. Love Naughty Christmas.
Naughty. Yeah.
And orchestrating all of that, and hopefully not screwing it up, is the man himself. You don't need no meat. You can't be beat.
You don't scream in your wildest dreams.
He wants that candy. He thinks it's kind of dandy.
Does he want the candy? Because he does not want candy canes.
No. He don't want no candy canes. Throw them at your window panes. Ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah.
Rack City's own, Rack City Zach. Zach Boyd.
What's going on, fellas?
Hey, Zach.
Hey, Zach.
We can't treat you right?
Yeah! There it is.
His topical sense of
The
show introduction is great.
The excitable intro is wonderful. It's my favorite. The excitably saying something. It reminds me of like a character on like a 70s or 80s sitcom that would just kind of, pop up. Hey, fellas, how's it going? Hey, little cameo role.
Say something topical and then
I'm
get out.
Kind of, hey, guys. Yes, the weekend did treat me right, Zach. Thank you for asking. Appreciate that. Hope it treated all of you guys right as well. What a weekend.
Mm-hmm.
What a weekend, man. We've been having some spectacular weekends.
Yeah.
From a sports standpoint of late. We've had a few humdingers, so to speak, over the last month or so. We had the weekend with game day. We've had some, fabulous holiday weekends with, big time victories on the football field. And this one was more of a hoops related weekend. But my goodness, how much are we going to get to? We're going to do our best to get to all of it, but it's not going to be easy. We're going to need your help. So here's how you get in touch with us on this Monday morning as you're making your way to work. You can join us here in the Family Leisure Studios in a couple of different ways. Way number one, you can text us, 67129. Now make sure if you've never texted us before, you can join us, but you have to do one thing first. If you've never done it before, you've got to text 56-JOIN to 67129. You have to do it. I'm looking right into the camera. You have to do that if you've never done it before. Just one time. That's all. Do it once, and then you're good. Once you do it that one time, then you can save us as a contact, and you can text us anytime that you like. But you have to do it that first time. So 67129 is the text number. And if you've never texted us before, text 56-JOIN to 67129. And then you're locked and loaded at that point. You can also call us. You can dial us up, 360-8255, 901-360-8255. You want to hit us up on the First Bank phone lines. That's the way to do that. You can also message us via various outlets of social media. That would be Facebook, Periscope, Instagram, YouTube, Twitter. Those are all up and running for you. You can shoot us messages in any of those capacities anytime that you like. We would love to hear from you in any of those ways. So there are a number of different ways, CJ, that people can get in touch with us, and I appreciate when they do. I hope that they will. I think that it's great when they do, and it's nice to hear from the people. Now, my question for you.
Yes, sir.
How'd the weekend treat you?
It was okay. Had some yard work to do. It's a lot of effort getting leaves up. Didn't get them all up because between the Michigan game and the Memphis game, I was watching college basketball and then went to the Grizzlies game Saturday. So, didn't really do all of the yard work.
At what point did you do anything on the yard?
I mean, at 9 o'clock, I got out there after I made breakfast for the wife, went out, did some yard work, came back in for the Michigan game, went out at halftime, continued, came back in. That game ends up going to overtime because they loved me, and they knew I had yard work to do, and they knew this was my reason to not do it. So they were like, we'll give them an overtime. I had 30 minutes between that game in Memphis to get back out in the yard and pitter-pat around a little bit, and then came back in for that. And I rest on Sundays. I'm not doing anything on a Sunday. So it was straight.
What did you do?
On Sunday? Nothing. It was glorious. I woke up, I ate, I went back to sleep. Woke back up in time for the Cowboys game, and then went back to sleep. Oh, it was wonderful.
What?
It was wonderful.
You just slept all day?
Yes.
What'd you do last night?
Oh, went through axes last night for the first time. So that was interesting.
Went through what?
Through axes. The axe throwing.
Oh.
So I did that.
I don't know what that
that has apparently become a big thing. I don't know why, but it has apparently become a thing that we as a society decided, hey, we need to do this. I'm not saying I'm good at it, Peter, but your boy is pretty nice. Pretty nice with the axe throw.
How do you do it?
If you got, it depends on your grip. You and I are about the same build, so you'll probably do one hand. If you one-handed, it's all in the arm, not the wrist. It's crazy because shooting, you want to flick the wrist. This one, you don't flick the wrist. Keep the wrist firm.
Am I shooting them like a hoop?
No. It's
Backspinning those axes
back and throw it. You don't want it to spin too much.
Okay.
So you wanted to get one, maybe two good spins in and bow. It's out. Almost like throwing a football, though. Same thing. You don't want to like get your wrist too involved in the throw because then the ball will go all over the place and be real wobbly. So one hand, take one step or two steps. I'm a two-stepper. Of course, you step with your offhand leg, and bow. Boom. Throw the axe. If you got two hands now, you want to take it directly back over your head, one step, bow, and just let it go. I tried it with two hands with the bigger one. I was like, man, I don't have the control that I need, and it wouldn't go into the board. First time I did it with one hand. Flow, smack, in the board. Like 4 points. Almost got it direct center. It was good.
Where's this place?
Highland Row has one, and that's where I was. And Rec Room. There's one attached to the Rec Room. All over in Broad. Yeah.
Okay.
So
throwing axes.
Yeah.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
That sounds like a lot of fun.
It is fun. It is fun. More fun than I thought it was going to be.
Yeah.
It's like
You don't get to throw
bowling,
axes too much.
putt. I guess it's that sort of
You
type.
pay by
fun.
the axe. You have different.
I don't know how the payment goes.
Oh.
It was free for you, boy.
Oh.
That's how I roll, Peter.
Oh.
Like act like you know,
Why
man.
don't you get me involved in this?
I got you. Make that work. Do an experience excursion.
Yeah, I didn't get a phone call on that or anything. So,
No. Well, Peter, you got kids. It's axes. I figured you didn't want your kids throwing axes, man.
But you're wrong.
Oh, okay.
The best time to do it is when they're kids. Throw those axes, man. Let's go. Let's get it.
Yeah. Okay.
No,
That's
it was. There was just too much going on. It was crazy. This weekend between the really like emotionally charged, not particularly good, at least in terms of the quality of the basketball, but a very emotional game between Memphis and Tennessee. Huge win for the Tigers. A big win for Penny Hardaway. Needed as much as successful as Penny had been in the recruiting ranks and with getting Memphis, nationally known, putting Memphis back on the map, the whole possibility of what could be, all the controversies, everything else. You still needed to get that win. You needed that W. I mean, NC State is nice, but to go on the road in a very hostile environment and to win missing your two best players, essentially, or two of your three best players, depending on what kind of mood Precious Achiuwa is in, that is a signature win. That's a remarkable win for Penny, and it was not easy, nor was it pretty, but it was very effective. So you had that, obviously. You had the Grizzlies doing all kinds of fun stuff this weekend. You had craziness from Jaren Jackson Jr. on Friday night against the Bucks and Giannis. Giannis did play. I wasn't sure he was going to play, but he did play, which was great, and he was really good. Bad news for the Grizzlies because he was really, really good. But Jaren Jackson Jr. with a 26-point third quarter, 43 points for the game, including 7 threes in that quarter and 9 overall. And he played against his compadre Brooke Lopez. And so a great chance to see what the future holds and to get a real inspiration from him.
Why you got these people adding me on Twitter?
They didn't. I was the one who added you.
Okay.
This guy just mentioned you.
Why am I getting mentioned?
I want to make sure you.
Why
saw
am I
that.
getting mentioned? He doesn't even follow me.
Yeah.
And
Maybe
mention me.
Maybe he should.
I wish I had my phone with my Twitter access.
Mm-hmm. Maybe he
I'd
should.
add him. Like, why are you talking trash to me and you're not following me? At least be courteous and follow the kid.
Before you talk trash?
Yes.
So 43 points for Jaren, 9 threes in the game, 7 in that quarter. It was an unbelievable quarter.
Yes, it was.
I mean, it was just I never seen anything like it. And then Saturday, the Wizards in town. They're not very good. And but Ja was back. Ja didn't play on Friday because of the rest situation. He was injured. Okay. But he didn't play. Friday did play Saturday. did dunk on someone else, but it was Brandon Clark this time who really caught the biggest body.
Oh,
and this is what
dear
this is
sweet
what
Lord.
This is what it's come to with the Grizzlies is you have to like make sure to double check which body you're talking about because they are dunking on so many people that you're just it can get confusing as to what could happen out there.
I got the audio.
Well, I thought you were just gonna play it. Go for it.
Gonna stop. Good hustle and effort by Tyus Jones. BC down the lane. An explosion by Brandon Clark.
Yeah, Clark didn't play Friday night either.
Go back and play that again. Bro was just making noises at this point.
Well, that's all he is.
Oh!
Gonna stop. Good hustle and effort by Tyus Jones. BC down the lane.
I'm telling you, man.
I was there for that moment, and I screamed. Like, in media row, I screamed. I'm like, oh, my God, oh! He killed him.
That's what happens. I mean,
Somebody get him.
Yeah, I was in the arena as well. Like I was sitting behind the visitors bench, the Wizards bench, and when the dunk happened, like Thomas Bryant, Davis Bertans, Mo Wagner, like they all kind of turned their head because they knew it was bad. and then on top of that, they look up at the screen just to catch it on replay again. And when they saw him caught the body, it was like they just kind of turned their head and just chuckled to themselves.
here's the new call once again for this is like Brevin Knight. This is another person that's working on Brevin's call.
That's him.
Yeah,
That's him.
That's just so let's check that one more time. Very important to get the highlights because this is what happens when you go in there and you really here's some down the lane. Here comes Brandon Clark. Oh no, he's got the ball. Oh no, what's he gonna do to Davis Bertans? Oh no, go! I can't breathe.
That's all it's missing.
Yeah.
Is I can't breathe.
Yeah, that's right.
That's it.
Yeah, that's right. That happens. That definitely happens. Wow. So it got to the point because then John Morant got fouled hard in the towards the end of the game, and no one was happy about that. It was Admiral Schofield, who's not ingratiating himself on this weekend, especially to anybody. But he was playing, so he wasn't playing for the Go-Go's. So take that, Lester. Lester went back and retweeted like everything that he had all the smack that he had talked about. Beautiful. Anyway, so but then I posted within about a second of that, Ja dunked on Davis Bertans just cause.
Because he can.
It was pretty it's a great dunk, but by Ja's standards, he's dunking on somebody else.
Yeah.
Okay, great, whatever. And then same thing. Next play down, pick and roll. Ja throws to Brandon Clark, who's diving the basket. Brandon Clark dives again. Did you see the video I posted? His teammates are just like, they cut to the shot of the. They cut to the shot of the. I'm playing it here. They cut to the shot of the. Did you see this, CJ? Look at this. So yeah. They cut to the shot of Brandon Clark like he's dunking. It's a very ferocious dunk, right?
Yeah.
And then here's the replay, and then here's his teammates. They're like,
that's it.
They're like, dude, we've seen so many dunks. Like, come on, it's a great dunk. Like, whatever. Like, we're bored.
Okay, come on.
Like, come on.
You didn't dunk on anybody?
Did you put somebody into the third row?
No. My man looked like he was setting up for the meanest Michael Jackson Thriller. Like, cause I got a picture on my Twitter at Conradicalness, but he's back like this.
Yeah.
Like he's about to hit you with the full Thriller dance.
Yeah.
It is wild how hard
Jan
that was.
Mahinmi did not go.
Bless his heart.
So
like the effort though.
Very exciting there. And then this is to me, you got they play tonight again. So you couple that with what happened in Knoxville, and it's just like what a crazy weekend. Like there's just so much going on. On top
and the new coach.
You know what that happened like Friday, like after. There is that. we're going to get to that, but I mean, like, I'm just talking about pure, just like visceral excitement. I mean, that's an exciting thing. Don't get me wrong, but that was like 72 hours ago, CJ. I can't.
It was part of the weekend, wasn't it?
I guess, but like, it was such an early part of the weekend.
Yes, it was.
Lord.
Yeah.
Goodness gracious.
So new coach.
Yep.
Beat Tennessee.
Sure.
Catching bodies everywhere.
Yep.
Like, it was a great weekend.
Great. Love it. Well, let's get those phone calls at 360-8255. We'll take a break. We'll get to some of those on the other side. 360-8255. You want to get on the First Bank phone line, you can do that here in the Family Leisure Studios. Also, of course, we can take your text at 67129. That's 67129. Your thoughts on the Tigers. We'll talk about that game and what happened out there. It was, like we said, ugly but effective. Was not the prettiest game. Tennessee shooting like 25%, I believe, from the for the game. 15% from three. Not good.
Certainly not.
Not good.
No.
And it was that kind of a game, but it doesn't matter. Tigers needed the win. They got one, and they're right where they need to be, and they've done pretty well. Penny's coaching awfully well without two really important players. So we'll discuss that on the other side as we continue here on The Experience. Peter and CJ with you, Real Sports Talk, Sports 56, 96.1 and 87.7.
Listen online anywhere, anytime at sports56whbq.com.
Mid-South Power Distributors is your source for all things diesel. Their newly renovated drive-in repair shop is open to the public. Whether it'll be your everyday driver, farm equipment, fleet vehicle, or heavy-duty truck, their ASE-certified technicians will get you back on the road. The on-site dyno is ready to run all the necessary diagnostic testing. From preventative maintenance to complete overhauls, Mid-South Power can handle it all. Stop in today at 3288 Mill Branch Road or call 901-396-0710 and online at mid-southpower.com.
Hi, I'm Troy Fiveash, owner of Fiveash Roofing. If you need a roof for your home or business, we hope to hear from you and we will work hard to earn your business. We are experts and certified in residential and commercial roofing, siding, and gutter installation. We have been serving the Memphis area for over 20 years, and now with two of my sons working with me, we plan to be here for many years to come. So if you need a roof, please give us a call. On a personal note, what a great time to be a Memphis sports fan. With the Grizzlies' new look, the Redbirds, the 901 FC, and the Tigers football and basketball teams, it's going to be a fun year. Thank you to Coach Norvell, Coach Hardaway, and their staffs for your dedication to your student athletes, the University of Memphis, and to fans like me who have waited forever to have both the football and basketball teams ranked at the same time. Fiveash Roofing, fair, honest, and ethical, 367-0050 or memphisroofer.com. 367-0050 or memphisroofer.com.
Fiveash Roofing, it's what we do. We're here for you.
Now seating, relax and recline luxury recliner seats. The magic of the movies is happening now at the Malco Powerhouse, Collierville, Stage, and DeSoto Cinema Grill locations. See you at the movies. Malco.com.
The construction reduction event is on at Wolf Chase Honda. Exciting changes are in the works and inventory must be reduced. Get the best deals right now on all remaining 2019 Hondas while they last. Every new car, every certified, every used car, price to go. Get pre-approved now at wolfchasehonda.com. Wolf Chase Honda is expanding and our prices are dropping. Don't miss these savings. Act now. This huge construction reduction event ends soon.
For the best lineup of quality, fuel-efficient, and fun-to-drive vehicles, get to Wolf Chase Honda and Wolf Chase Nissan. Over 1,000 new certified and pre-owned vehicles in one great location. Catch the savings now during our huge model year-end sales event. Score an amazing deal at Wolf Chase Honda and Wolf Chase Nissan and get to the game in style at Germantown Road and Highway 64. Family-owned since 1981.
The best part of being the spokesperson for Central Barbecue.
You think of yourself as the spokesperson for Central Barbecue?
Okay, as one of the spokespersons for Central Barbecue.
Wait, shouldn't that be spokespeople?
Will you just let me get the commercial started?
Carry on.
As one of the spokespeople.
You might be right. Maybe it should be spokespersons.
Spokespersons for Central Barbecue. Oh, man, now I forgot what I was going to say.
That is one of the spokespersons for Central Barbecue.
Right, I remember. As one of the spokespersons for Central Barbecue, people expect me to serve them Central Barbecue for every holiday event.
That's what you were going to say?
I don't know. It was something about Central Barbecue. You got me confused.
It's a winter wonderland at NV Nail Bar, and if you're looking to host a party during the holidays, I know just the perfect spot for you. NV Nail Bar has the most beautiful private room that awaits you. Feel pampered and spoiled with their complimentary full premium adult beverage bar. Sit back and get a full body massage with your Petty Manny. I'm loving it. And don't forget your holiday gift cards. Everyone would love their Petty Manny. When you buy a gift card, you get a bonus gift card. Call Salon for details. NV Nail Bar, corner of Poplar and Perkins.
Summers span decades, winters can last a lifetime, and the struggle for the Iron Throne continues in Game of Thrones: The Final Season. Get it now on 4K Ultra HD, Blu-ray, and DVD. The complete series also available on Blu-ray and DVD, now for purchase, but you could win it right here on Sports 56 with help from your friend Johnny Radio. Johnny's giving away 4 4K Ultra HD Blu-ray and 4 digital copies. Who loves you this holiday season like Johnny? Nobody.
Welcome back to the Peter Edmiston Experience with CJ Hurts. This hour of The Experience is brought to you by Mid-South Power Distributors. All things diesel for over 26 years. Here once again are Peter and CJ.
What?
Yeah.
I don't think I've heard this before.
You ain't heard the 69 Boys,
No.
12 Days of Christmas?
No.
Woo!
I didn't know that's what we were at. That's great. Phenomenal.
This is what we listen to when I put up my Christmas tree, boy, right here. 69 Boys. This is 12 Days of Christmas, right, Zach?
Yes, it is.
Yeah,
Wonderful.
I love it.
Wonderful. Love getting all of it here. We were talking about the crazy weekend, and it was an incredible weekend for Tiger fans in particular. You had the brand new coach, of course, Ryan Silverfield. Again, I don't think it ended up being much of a surprise, and I think it worked out very well for him. Then you had, of course, Memphis, Tennessee over the weekend in basketball, and it was a huge win for the Tigers. It was not pretty, but it was effective. 51-47 was the final penny, and the Tigers end Tennessee's 31-game home winning streak there at Thompson Bowling in front of a raucous 20,000-plus crowd that was there, and it was a physical, it was a man sort of game, which means they missed a lot of shots.
Oh, yeah.
but they did. They didn't make many. But there you go. So we're going to talk about that, as I mentioned, with you on the text line 67129 and also on the phone lines as well, 360-8255. The First Bank phone lines are open, and we'll open the show up with Chris, who is dialed up. Hello, Chris. Good morning.
Hey, good morning, guys. Number one, love your show, and number two,
thanks, Chris.
Great weekend. Especially hats off to Penny, our elite coach with an elite team. I'll tell you what, going with those freshman players in front of those 21,000 people, when you're 2 out of 30, even when we were behind guys 17-5, you could tell the talent difference. Other than number 5 on that Tennessee team, that 5-star McDonald's player, you knew that it was only a matter of time till the team started going. And but hats off to Penny, because I really do believe, and this is just my opinion only, and everybody's got their opinion, but when our 2 players come back, and I really think our first and third best player on the team, when they suit up, I think 1 through 8, our starting 5 and the first 3 off the bench. I'm talking about talent-wise, not experience of the players and not experience of the coaching staff, but talent-wise, it's going to be hard to find 4 teams with better talent, 1 through 8, at the end of the season. Now, I understand experience by the players and coaching experience have a lot to do with how far you go deep in the NCAA. I'm not putting any onus on the team. I'm just talking about basic talent. But getting to the hiring of the coach, I know they had their first practice yesterday, and I want y'all's opinion on this too. Everybody's got an opinion, and this opinion of mine has nothing to do with it. I'm all for Ryan Silverfield. Okay, I'm all for the coach because I love the Tigers and I want them to be so cotton picking successful. It's unbelievable. But I want y'all's opinion on this, and I've got to get this off my chest because I know that since Mark Giannotto had that article, and Mark was right on about this, and God love him for writing that article because he was right on in the commercial appeal. The University of Memphis is not the same football program as it was in 2012 when they hired Fuente. It's not the same program as it was in 2016 when they hired Norvell. This program, in my opinion, when we had this job opening, was at the same level of Florida State at this present time. And everybody says, whoa, wait a minute. I'm just talking about where Florida State is now. Understand they won a national championship a few years ago. But at this present time, yeah, they have a little more upside because of the 14 players or 13 players they've got committed, 7 or 4-star. All our 13 players committed are 3 stars. So see, the upside is already there because of who Norvell can recruit. And he hadn't even recruited those. He just went down there to keep them from leaving, the 4 stars. So they got a lot more upside. But our program is a lot different program than it was then. Mm-hmm. I mean, our chest is up, our chin is up, our chest is out. We got a hell of a program here at the University of Memphis. And I guess what I'm calling, and I'd like y'all's opinion, but my opinion is that the process, I think, I don't know why we didn't hear from people like the 33-year-old defensive coordinator at Georgia. I'm just throwing these out to you all, and y'all butt in at any time and say you're crazy or whatever. But I don't understand why this became a popularity contest. Number one, this should never be a popularity contest. A popularity contest should never be a reason to choose a CEO of a company, should never be, and was not the reason we chose this athletic director. He did not get this job as a popularity contest. It had to do with his experience and his resume. Now, he'll get his popularity by being here, and he's already getting it that way. But he didn't get this job as a popularity contest. Yeah, the popularity is great to have, but you got some popular friends that might not have experience and stuff like that. I
would say, well, see, Chris, I would say this, like, I gather your point. I think you're right that the school is in a completely different place than it was under Fuente, and even when Norvell was hired after Fuente had revitalized the program to a degree.
Right.
But I don't think that necessarily means that you've got to go out there and prove that to some extent by hiring somebody outside the school if they're not provably better than the internal candidate within that's been part of this whole thing to begin with. And Silverfield's position grouping on the offensive line has been elite. I mean, they've gotten so many different running backs over the last 3 years to look exceptional in a very trying circumstance. He has the support of the players and all that stuff, which is great. But I think on top of that, if you look around the rest of the country at what these guys have done, Ryan Day at Ohio State, Ed Orgeron at LSU. We talked about Dabo back in the day, Lincoln Riley, and the list goes on of guys that were internal candidates who were elevated at schools that are the biggest of the big. To me, that all points you very much in Ryan Silverfield's direction.
Right. I understand what you're saying, but Lincoln Riley became a coordinator first, and Orgeron was an offensive line coach, but his first head coaching job at Ole Miss wasn't exactly how you turned out to be. So he went through a learning process. All I'm saying is that I'm not attacking Ryan. I hope you understand. I'm not attacking him. I want him to be successful. I'm a fan of his. I'm attacking the process here, people. And I'm trying to attack the process, and as people listen here, they say, oh, he's attacking the coach. No, I'm not. I want him to be successful. I'm a fan of his. I'm looking at the process now, and hopefully this we can learn something from this, because I don't quite understand how somebody has never been, because before, if Mark Giannotti did his homework right, before this man came here, he had always been an assistant to an assistant. Now, think about what I'm saying. I'm not being cruel here. I'm not being mean here. But if somebody is going to hire somebody to be a CEO of a company, wouldn't you want him to be head of a division? In other words, I'm saying to you, as he's taking yesterday his first practice, has he ever really made a decisive call of anything during a game. And I'm not being mean here. I'm throwing this out for discussion, people.
Yeah, but Chris, I mean, it's everyone. I think. Well, it seems to me, at least, from my understanding, and from who I've spoken with, everyone's thrilled. Everyone's very pleased with the process and the way that it went out there.
The athletic director said it best in the paper. He won the contest. He won it. He won the popularity contest. He won it. Of course, we look back now and we're looking how it can do. But how many people? What would he have been a candidate at any other school for a head coaching job, Peter, at this time?
Sure. Oh yeah. He had plenty of opportunities now. As far as would he have gone
as a head coach at this time? I think for a head coach.
I think he could have gotten a job. Now it wouldn't have been in a level of Memphis. It would have been a level probably
Sun Belt,
USA, yeah. But I think he certainly would have gotten a gig in one of those places. But that's the same. The same is true.
But we don't know if he was a candidate in anything. I'm throwing.
Well, he forewent plenty of opportunities to leave the school for various roles over the last few years. There were plenty of opportunities. With the Tennessee Titans on their coaching staff, along with now as far as head coaching positions go.
I'm asking his head coaching job. He has had head coach. He's turned down head coaching jobs.
No, I said he's turned down other coaching experience.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah,
that's what I'm saying to y'all. I'm asking you all if he has been a head coaching candidate anywhere. Has he been on a final list as a head coach anywhere?
I can't speak to the final list, but I don't think that's the case, Chris. I do think though that that doesn't preclude him from being a good coach here.
Nothing precludes anybody from anything. I mean, you could hire anybody to do anything to be. I'm looking at the process here, people. Why 5 days? Why couldn't it have gone through a process? Listen, I'm not unhappy with the hire, people. I'm not unhappy with the hire. I just don't understand the rush to judgment, the process, the 5 day. Why do you all think it? Why do you think that happened that quick? Both of y'all. Why do you think?
Well, it is part of it is that the new early signing period, Chris. You want to get a coach in here to try and keep these recruits from flipping and decommitting. And one of the things that was in Silverfield's favor, in addition to already being on the staff and somebody who could be a steward for the culture that the program has built, is his ability to keep that recruiting class intact. So when recruits are out there saying, if he's the coach, I'm still in, that carries weight. You have to listen to that. And while he might not have head coaching experience, it is all about his ability to motivate and empower not only players, but his assistant coaches. And if he can do that, then that is what happened with Ed Orgeron also. That is
if that's the case, then every school would hire somebody from inside to keep their recruits in line. In other words, you're saying of these.
Yeah, but that rule just changed. This is a new rule that's relatively recent. So,
well, I doubt very seriously that of the 14 3-star recruits, all of them are intelligent young men, and they all knew that Norvell for the last month was on the list of many schools leaving. And the chances are anybody coming in here that had been recruited, let's say to be the head coach, would have kept a good amount of the present staff, or tried to keep a good amount of the present staff, and worked diligently, just like Norvell did, jumped down there immediately. Norvell went down there quickly because Florida State has not signed a high school quarterback in 3 years. So Norvell had to get down there. Florida State for 3 years hadn't signed a high school quarterback since 2017. So he had to get on his pony and go down there. He did lose it to Georgia Tech, but immediately signed the quarterback that he really wanted from Valdosta High School that decommitted from South Florida to sign. But he had to get down there because, again, Florida State had not signed a high school quarterback for 3 years because of Taggart and all that. So he'd had a different problem than the University of Memphis had. So I think Memphis's recruits were pretty secure.
Okay.
And I think that she was secure. But I guess you could have an argument. I guess the argument basically is the process, and I guess we'll always have different opinions.
That's right.
I'm happy. I'm for the coach. I want him to be very successful. I hope he will be. My feeling is I hope he will be. If not, there'll be a lot of room to spread that because the popularity everybody wanted him to be. You know what I mean? So there'll be no pointing fingers at, this or that. But I guess we won't know because next year the whole team comes back and we're going to be the conference favorites for sure. You know what I mean? So really, we won't know what Silverfield's team is for probably another 2 or 3 years. Correct?
That's true. That's exactly right, Chris.
Okay, guys. Well, anyway,
we appreciate it.
Okay, y'all take care and have a great day.
Thank you so much, Chris. Appreciate it. Thanks for the phone call there. 360-8255. We're up against a break. Let's see if we can squeeze in Joe real fast. Hey, Joe.
Hey, real quick. Just listening to Laird Beach, I don't doubt his intellect. Like, I think he went through the process to get Silverfield.
Mm-hmm.
And if they had Billy Napier or Will Healy come in, I really genuinely believe that Ryan outperformed them, at least in the interview, and just in the fact that there is continuity by keeping him. The players really want to stay. You do maintain that recruiting class, as the previous caller said, but just because he hasn't been a coordinator, it doesn't necessarily mean anything because there's different strokes for different coaches. Mike very much had his hands on the offense, whereas a guy like Orgeron finally turned the reins over to Joe Brady, and he's more of the CEO, and from what I understand, has a very good routine and is very organized. You can be one or the other. Herm Edwards is kind of the same way. Mac Brown, kind of that CEO, and you can be really effective that way and trust other people, i.e. Kevin Johns and whoever the new defensive coordinator is going to be to do what they do best.
I think that's to me it's a logical choice. Thanks for the phone call, Joe. Let's take a break. We'll come back and get more phone calls on the other side as we continue here on the experience. You could join us as well on the First Bank phone lines 360-8255 901-360-8255 as well on the text line. The First Bank text line 67129. We'll take that break. We'll come back and continue here. Real Sports Talk, Sports 56 96.1 87.7.
Spend your lunch with Greg Gaston and Eli Savoy on Sports 56 middays, delivered by FedEx. Weekdays from 10 to 1 on Sports 56, 96.1 and 87.7.
I love fall. The landscape is so beautiful at Town Village Audubon Park. Nestled in the heart of East Memphis, located corner Park and Cherry, is a beautiful residential neighborhood. Looking for a great place to retire, but you still have a very active lifestyle? Then visit Town Village. Only requirements that you're 55 plus. Prices per month starting at $2,300. Gourmet Chef Drew invites you to visit our restaurant and bistro. Package includes 3 complimentary meals per day, maid service, free local transportation, daily check-in, monthly coffee club, themed dinner parties, lots of fun. Visit us and call Daniel at Town Village Audubon Park at 901-374-7342. There's no place like home. Town Village Audubon Park.
Listen up, Rebel fans. You can now listen to Rebel Yell Hotline on 87.7 FM or on the web each and every Monday from 6 to 7 p.m. If you can't listen to 87.7 FM, Sports 56 has made it possible to listen online each and every week. All you have to do is go to sports56whbq.com and click on the Rebel Yell Hotline banner to listen. That's Rebel Yell Hotline each and every Monday night from 6 to 7 p.m. on 87.7 FM or on the web at sports56whbq.com.
Jim Gray from Westwood One here with a Monday Night Football preview. Coming up from the Big Easy, the New Orleans Saints host the Indianapolis Colts. Drew Brees and the 10-3 Saints are coming off an impressive offensive performance last week, including 5 touchdown passes from Brees, but they came up short in a 48-46 loss to the 49ers. Head coach Sean Payton.
It was a little surprising to me that it ended up being that type of game. I didn't think it would be. They do a good job when you can run the ball like they can, and obviously it creates throws and creates misdirection plays. They're challenging. That's why they're one of the better offenses.
The Colts need to break a 3-game losing streak to stay in the playoff hunt. Kevin Harlan and Hall of Famer Kurt Warner will have the call on Monday Night Football.
Remember to listen to Westwood One's coverage of the NFL all season long, right here on Real Sports Talk, Sports 56, 96.1 and 87.7.
In search of a battery that won't let you down, even in the lowest temperatures? We've got you covered at America's #1 battery destination. At AutoZone, we have the proven tough Duralast batteries you need to drive with peace of mind this winter. They're tested in extreme conditions, which means you can count on them to deliver when you need them most. Stop in today or visit AutoZone.com, and we'll help you find the start you're looking for. Based on data from the NPD Group Incorporated Car Care Track 12 months ending December 2018.
Get in the zone, AutoZone.
Lowe's helps pros like you get the job done right, on time, and on budget because we stock the brands you trust to power through any job, and it's savings too. Stop in today and pick up a DeWalt Tough Grip 110-piece screwdriver bit set for $28 less, now just $21.98. And get a Paz-Load cordless framing nailer for $100 less, now $299. Save time by ordering at LowesForPros.com and have your order delivered. For the brands you rely on every day to do the job right, do it right for less. Start with Lowe's. Offers valid 12/19 to 12/24 U.S. only.
Pop the top on your next party. 34 North Cocktails. Available in Memphis now. Great for football grove parties, around the hunting campfire, and when you get home, entertain friends. Pop a premium can of Barrel Thief. Tastes just like an old-fashioned Barrel Thief made with aged bourbon, bitters, a hint of orange, a touch of vanilla, 15% ABV. Then, for you vodka lovers, try Sneaky Pucker, a refreshing lemonade premium vodka cocktail, 12.5% ABV. Made with super premium vodka, lavender, simple syrup, and lemonade. Delicious and smooth. Let the party begin with 34 North Cocktails. These
seats are amazing. Shoot it!
We deliver tickets, team merchandise, and everything you need to get ready for the game. But what you really get when FedEx knocks on your door is so much more.
FedEx Delivery.
Game day spirit. What we deliver by delivering.
Ho, ho, hold it. There's a brand new Chevy in Olive Branch with a big red bow and your name on it. If you're ready for a new Chevy, a Silverado, a Traverse, the all-new Blazer, ready for any new Chevy, most of All-Star's new 2019s are now at employee prices. You know what that means? You could save thousands paying what the employees pay. And most of the 2019s are included. All-Star has lots of 2019s, people. Lots more than any other Mid-South dealers. And All-Star Chevrolet and Olive Branch has the best testing grounds in the Mid-South. Back roads, highways, get a feel for it, and maybe that'll end up underneath your tree. Just go to allstarautogroup.com and see what I'm talking about. And remember, don't go to the Pike or Mount Moriah or Collierville or South Haven. For the Beat Any Dealer's Price Challenge and your best time ever, it's gotta be Olive Branch. So find new roads to All-Star Chevy and Olive Branch or go to allstarautogroup.com today. It's time to bring in the old and drive home with the new.
Welcome back to the Peter Edmiston Experience with CJ Hurt. This hour of The Experience is brought to you by Mid-South Power Distributors. All things diesel for over 26 years. Here once again are Peter and CJ.
And now, Santa Claus wants some loving. I know it's something real pretty.
Yeah.
Under that Christmas tree.
Yep.
I ain't had no loving and it's worrying me, cause Santa Claus wants some loving.
I mean, Santa, Santa needs some too. That's nice. Come on, everybody. Help out old St. Nick. He's trying to fix an old bicycle. Come on, get a new one from the elf, Santa. Come on, man. Welcome back. Albert King there. That's Albert King, right? Yeah. Albert King there with little Santa Claus wants some loving here on this Monday morning as we are getting you kind of just fired up about a really fun weekend.
Yes.
No question about that. Brand new hire, controversial hire in some circles.
I didn't realize it was controversial.
I mean, hey, listen, there were some interesting points to be made, and I felt like at this point the university had pretty much made up their mind between there was him and Barry Odom, and of those two candidates, I think it's hard to go anywhere else but Brian Silverfield based on what he had done. Texters point out at 67129. Silverfield recruited most of these players. These years recruits. The guy, he's been doing this for the last few years. He's also a running back and offensive line guru. And if you look at the running backs and you look at what the Tiger running, they're putting dudes in there who weren't even in the depth chart, who were not even considered. Antonio Gibson wasn't even thought of as a running back until next thing you know, now he's racking up massive yardage on a regular basis. Like, why was this that? None. I mean, it makes you think like you could put, you or me back there and probably end up with a halfway decent season.
Pitch you back there. Nah, your boy can't get it. I'm kind of tall. I got long legs. I'm getting chopped down, man. But I believe in you. You can definitely do it.
I'm more of a fullback type, but yeah, I can
seem like you got some
momentum,
shiftiness to you. Make the first guy miss.
Thick legs.
Yeah,
it's
and
hard to bring me down.
That thick trunk you got, man. That's huge.
Get low.
Powerful
get
calves.
that leverage.
Like
get
you
low.
got it.
Yeah.
Very much a Mark Ingram build.
Yeah.
I can see you doing things
a lot of people call
behind that Memphis line.
A lot of people call me Mark Ingram.
Oh, do they?
My style reminiscent of Mark Ingram.
Oh, okay.
A lot of people say that.
Yeah, I believe it.
You're not the first. What do you got, Zach?
No, I was going to say I will bring the juice because I'm the receiving back. Quick on my feet.
Oh.
The Tony Pollard type, who I saw running wild.
Do you play like Juice?
Yeah.
Are you as elusive as Juice?
Whoa, wait. Ho.
What?
Which Juice we talking about?
I mean, there's one Juice that's very elusive. He's been, tremendous elusiveness. Basically a quarter century now. Tremendous. Do you have that kind of elusiveness?
Zach, which Juice are you talking about?
I'm not talking about the Juice that y'all are talking about.
Okay.
Oh, he's talking about
all right.
Juice Jones.
We're not.
That's what he's talking about. I got you.
Now, Orenthal, good.
Mm-hmm.
Good. Because I was getting concerned. Because if you got those sight moves, we need to lock doors around here.
That's exactly right.
Keep sharp objects away.
Very, very, very true.
If Zach ever shows up with gloves on, I'm going home.
Those Bruno Mollies. Let's head out to the phone lines. Talk to Tony. Tony, what's up?
What up, Tony?
What's up? What's up, Peter? What's going on, CJ?
What's happening?
Hey, look. First of all, I want to congratulate Penn and the Tigers on their big win down in Knoxville, and I just hope the Go-Go's they got a chance to watch Lester Corona dance. That's how you do it, boy. That's how you go. But as far as the process is just getting a coach, and the guy sold himself to make them believe that he's the guy. He's pretty successful, and I think you pointed out that offensive line has been dynamite and made running backs be millionaires. So what more of a process do you need? So, and like I said, you had the support of the past and the present and the future players. So I just don't know what more of a process can be. A process is just getting from the beginning to the end. And that's what the Tigers got. I think they got their guy. And we'll see if he's successful. So, I'm going to support him. I don't care who they got. But they could have got Similac Zach. It's been fine by me. But,
not by me. Not me. I would not support that hire at all.
Listen.
The guy couldn't remember a phone number, but I bet you exactly how
Listen, we're opening everything up. We're spreading that ball out everywhere.
Zach, you can't spread the ball, man.
We're spreading it everywhere.
Field, you can't spread the ball.
Run that baby offense.
Hey, listen. Hey.
Go, baby. Hey, look, the Similac there probably
the Juice is trying to spread that ball out. He's got that sharp object. He's cutting that ball open. He's going to spread that ball out.
There you go. Spread that ball. But all I got to say, man, hey, congratulations to the Tigers on all front. And, it's great to be a Tiger right now.
All right, Tony. Appreciate that.
Thanks, Tony.
I want to hear more about your offensive philosophy. I know we got to take a break here, but I just want to hear more about your X's and O's here, Zach.
We're gonna put multiple balls on the field, so you don't know who's attacking.
Hey, we're gonna spread it. We're gonna spread it all the way out. We're gonna cover every inch of the field.
Well,
we're gonna make it hard to defend them. Defend us. Put it that way. We're covering every single.
You're making it hard to defend them. I agree.
Well, in practice. But when it comes to game time, they gotta defend us.
Every inch of the field.
Every inch.
Doesn't matter whether it's in front of the line of scrimmage or behind the line of scrimmage.
Every inch. Leave no blade of grass uncovered.
All right, Coach Zach. Let's take a break. Hour number 2 on the way. It's the Hour of Power. Brought to you by Mid-South Power Distributors, mid-southpower.com. 3225 Mill Branch. They leave no blade of grass unturned either. And there you go. So, great folks over there. Check them out. The mid-southpower.com. The hour of power. It gets no more powerful than Coach Zach over there. Letting you know.
A lot of slants are run.
A lot.
Going deep every
backwards
play.
and forwards. Let's take that break. Hour number 2 on the way. Stick around. Real Sports Talk, Sports 56, 96.1, 87.7.
At First Bank Mortgage, their core purpose is to help you get to a better place. That better place may be a lower monthly payment, that vacation you thought was impossible, or getting into a home with a fenced backyard where your kids can play. To get into your better place, First Bank Mortgage makes decisions right here at home. Dedicated to helping you get to your better place, First Bank Mortgage. Call Daniel Mooney at 901-462-0145 today. NMLS 741022. Equal housing lender.
Campbell Clinic now offers daytime walk-in care, and you don't need an appointment. If you've got any kind of urgent break, sprain, strain, you can walk into any of their 5 convenient locations Monday through Friday from 8 until 4. There's no long wait you have to put up with the ER, and those doctors are really good, but they're not orthopedists. They're not world-renowned orthopedists who have come up with different procedures and written the manuals for them that are used everywhere in the world. And I'm not kidding you. And you can now see those doctors who treat the Tigers, the Grizzlies, the Redbirds. You can see them today without an appointment. And I'm talking Collierville, Germantown, South Haven, downtown at the Med Center, or even the Campbell Clinic Spine Center in Cordova. Now, if you've got something pressing, you got to go to work and you can bear the pain until the evening, there's Campbell Clinic After Hours. That's Monday through Thursday from 5 to 8 in Germantown, South Haven, even Saturday morning in Germantown. If you're injured, don't wait. Visit Campbell Clinic Walk-In Care or Campbell Clinic After Hours.
The folks at Homer Skelton Hyundai want to say thank you. Thank you, Memphis, for another spectacular year. They set records, but I can understand why. You think about the product. Where else do you get a 10-year, 100,000-mile limited powertrain warranty? That's what you get on every new car at Homer Skelton Hyundai. Oh, and thank you again for the 11th straight year, the #1 certified pre-owned car dealership in all of Memphis. It starts with that product, but then it goes to the shopper assurance. Where else do you go where you get transparent pricing, flexible test drive, take the car for a couple of days if you want, streamlined buying process? You're not going to be there all day, in and out. And then, and I have not seen this anywhere else, the 3-day worry-free exchange. You buy a new car, if you've got any buyer's remorse, you've got 3 days to change your mind. Just get on Lamar, take it into Mississippi, the first exit's Craft Road, turn left, and go see Chris True and all the gang at Homer Skelton Hyundai.
Third and Court couldn't settle for just being the perfect throwback diner with a modern twist. Now you have to go downstairs from Third and Court and visit the Underground Lounge, a bar straight out of the 50s, but like Third and Court with a modern twist. Nick the mixologist has created a menu of signature cocktails you literally can't find anywhere else. Check out the laid-back atmosphere, the live music, the cool vibe, and the original drinks that can only be found at the Underground Lounge downstairs from Third and Court. Yet another great addition to downtown Memphis.
If you need glass replaced, there's only one name you need to know: Ben Swinger Glass, the largest full-service glass company in the U.S. They've been an industry leader for over 125 years. For all your residential, commercial, or auto glass needs, Ben Swinger Glass is the name you need to know. 24-hour emergency service for all commercial customers, plus a nationwide warranty on all professionally installed glass. Visit Ben Swinger Glass in Midtown, located at 340 South Hollywood, across from the Liberty Bowl. Visit their website, benswingerglass.com. Ben Swinger Glass.
Kevin Harlan with Hall of Fame quarterback Kurt Warner from Westwood One with a preview of Monday Night Football. We're all set to bring you the action from New Orleans when the Saints take on the Colts. Kurt, New Orleans has already won the division. They're 10-3, but last week's 48-46 loss to the Niners had to be a heartbreaker.
No question about it, and you're always wondering how teams bounce back from big emotional losses like New Orleans had last week. But they played one heck of a football game, and let's remember, they're still fighting for a lot in the NFC. There's still a great chance that they get the #1 seed, so every game matters. And the Colts, although they've lost a couple lately, a sneaky team that could beat anybody in the league.
The Colts and Saints on Monday Night Football.
Remember to listen to Westwood One's coverage of the NFL all season long, right here on Real Sports Talk, Sports 56, 96.1, and 87.7.
In search of a battery that won't let you down, even in the lowest temperatures? We've got you covered at America's #1 battery destination. At AutoZone, we have the proven tough Duralast batteries you need to drive with peace of mind this winter. They're tested in extreme conditions, which means you can count on them to deliver when you need them most. Stop in today or visit AutoZone.com, and we'll help you find the start you're looking for. Based on data from the MPD Group Incorporated, Car Care tracked 12 months ending December 2018.
Get in the zone, AutoZone.
Lowe's has the supplies pros like you use most every day in the quantities needed for any size job. Need gypsum ready mix and dry compound? We have it in stock and ready to go when you are. And for everyday savings, get volume savings on in-stock insulation and drywall panels. Order at lowesforpros.com and have your order delivered to save time. Or pick up in store, where our pro loaders will be ready to load you up so you can get back to the job site faster. Whatever you need to stock up for your next job, do it right for less. Start with Lowe's, U.S. only.
If you're an outdoorsman and love all things hunting and fishing, be sure to listen to Sports 56 Saturday mornings at 6 a.m. for Outdoors Today. Brought to you by the Gun Store, 6920 Winchester in Memphis. Outdoors Today is a one-hour show hosted by veteran Mark Tobin and a group of respected outdoor-loving guests. Outdoors Today is dedicated to bringing outdoorsmen tips and techniques and tactics to help with your hunting and fishing in all seasons. Saturday mornings at 6 on Real Sports Talk, Sports 56, 87.7 and 96.1 FM.
We are Sports 56, WHBQ Memphis, WIVG-FM Tunica Memphis, and WPG-FLP Memphis, Flynn Broadcasting Stations. Welcome back to the Peter Edmiston Experience with CJ Hurts. This hour of the Experience is brought to you by East Memphis Ace Hardware at Quince and White Station. Here once again are Peter and CJ.
Call me back, yo, Santa. I make my runs about the break of day.
That's right.
I make all the little girls happy while the boys are out to play.
Okay.
You never heard it quite like that, have you?
No.
That's right. Naughty Christmas continues on this Monday. Real Sports Talk, Sports 56, 96, 187.7. I'm Peter. He's CJ. What are you giving the camera there? What are you giving him a...
That work? What you mean?
Yeah.
Backdoor Santa is my jam. This is another song we played when putting up the Christmas tree.
Of course.
This is Clarence Carter. Clarence Carter.
Ooh, Clarence Carter.
Clarence Carter. It's my guy. I enjoy a good Clarence Carter song, man. He knows how to get the juices flowing.
He can stroke it.
Yeah.
No question about that.
Hey.
Much like your guy, Ansair, but Ansair couldn't stroke it against Tiger, though.
Couldn't stroke it that well, man.
Tiger,
it's hard. Tiger can be intimidating when you got to stroke up against him, man.
Stroke it, Abraham Ansair, but don't stroke so fast.
No.
That stuff wasn't good enough.
If that green ain't tight enough, please don't stick it in the grass.
Woo!
He be stroking.
How about Tiger playing the best player for the United States in a come-from-behind President's Cup victory?
It's crazy. Crazy they came from behind.
I know.
I had it on.
You did?
Yes. Because I thought Abraham Mansell was going to give me something special. My wife
He did.
is.
He did. He gave you something special.
She is sitting like right next to me. She's like, why? Did you put it on golf? Yes. On purpose? Yes. You knew you were doing that. Yes, I did, baby.
Oh.
Yes. And it was great. It was great watching Abraham Ansair and the international team go out there and almost beat Team USA, the Americans. It was crazy. Thank God for Tiger. Because if Tiger's not there, it was Sunday, individual Sunday, they're not going to make it. They just weren't going to make it. The international team was stroking it long and hard, and it had great stroke control is what I liked, and guiding the ball to the hole.
Tough place. Tough place to play.
Tough, very tough. The rough was extremely rough on Sunday and Saturday.
Fast.
Super fast. Quick. Slick, like you said. It was
quick and slick.
It was real moist out there. The moisture really, I feel like the moisture of the greens really threw off the international team. It did. I will say this. I was getting concerned, though, because if the Americans had a loss to that, what are American dudes to hang their hat on? They can't do it in golf because they lost the internationals. You can't do it in basketball because you got 7th this year in the World Cup. You can't do soccer because, like, we suck at soccer. Who's a great American tennis player that's a dude? All of them are women. Like, what are you hanging your hat on if you're an American guy when it comes to international competition? I don't know.
The 2020 basketball Olympics, basically.
Yeah, right now.
Right now?
Yeah. Right now. 2020, you
Tiger
still
Woods,
have to send, like, make sure you send the right dudes. We should be able to send anybody. It seems like these are second-tier NBA players. These are all-stars, and we can't get out there and get better than 7.
We can't.
No.
We absolutely can't.
It's hard out here for an American dude, athletically speaking.
Nope.
What?
You said it's hard out here for an American.
You ain't know it. Okay. I mean, you got it. How do you spell you ain't know?
I don't know. I'm not, but that was what we needed at that moment. All right, so hour number 2 begins here on the program. We've been talking about this wild weekend. We talked about Ryan Silverfield being named the Tigers football coach. He will, of course, coach the team in the Cotton Bowl. There was a controversy over the weekend that wasn't even really a controversy about whether DeMonte Coxie would play or not in the Cotton Bowl. He is going to play, even though some people thought he wasn't going to play, and then
I thought he wasn't playing.
Somebody got mad, but no, he is going to play.
Okay.
So, there you go. Controversy for you, CJ. Allow me to illuminate you, to eliminate that controversy in your own mind that he is going to play.
Okay, good. Good either way.
So knock that out, right?
Yeah.
And he's but I will say the same thing about that bowl as I will about any other bowl. Whoa.
Yeah.
Serious thunder.
It is rumbling around outside.
It's pretty nasty out there.
Oh, it's coming down.
Is it?
It's coming down.
Let's go to the Zach weather report. What do you think?
Oh, it's bad out there. A lot of rain. A lot of water.
Oh. Okay. All right. It's bad out there, huh?
It's coming from the sky.
Oh, good. That's a good place for rain to come from. Not the ground? Excellent. Good to know. Okay, that'd be weird. All right, well, keep us updated, okay?
Yeah.
No one is more awkward. I love it. So, yeah, there was some controversy about the Coxie thing, but as I've said before, CJ, I will remain consistent with this. There are 3 bowl games that matter, and the 2 semifinals and then the final.
Okay.
The other bowl games don't really matter to the extent of whether someone should jeopardize their potential earning power in order to play in them. Now, if they choose to, that's their business. But I'm not going to have a problem if they don't. If you were to play this entire season and your team is in the semifinals of the college football playoff and you elect not to play in that game, then we might have a problem there at that point. But otherwise, man, I'm not. These are all exhibition games. They more meaningful exhibition games in many cases. They are special games. They are fun for the players and all that stuff. There's no doubt about that. The experience should be great. It's a fun trip to make for fans. I hope a bunch of fans are going over to Dallas to watch the Cotton Bowl. I think that's a great once in a lifetime kind of deal. But in terms of does it mean anything to the player? Should they jeopardize any of their health or earning power to play in it? No, not to me.
I'll go one further. None of these games matter. None of them. Not the semifinal, not the championship. If you wanted to sit out of that, I'd be fine. If Chase Young decided right now, you know what? I'm going to the NFL this year. I'm out. I'm done. I'd be like, okay, good for you. Until they start reaping some of the benefits, like you're out there doing this for free. You're out there doing this.
Yeah, but you're doing it for your teammates. I mean, that's the thing. You've made a commitment to your teammates. Like that's the one I would say. If you believe that, fine, then don't play at all.
I can't eat that. Like I can't eat the glory that comes with.
Yeah, but then you don't play at all.
I have to play to show the NFL what I can do. So as soon as I'm eligible to go, I'd go.
Then you can't. You would never. You wouldn't be able to show them because the team would be so fraud. You wouldn't have. I mean, no one would know what the commitment is. Like, okay, I'm a first round pick. All right, I'm done. Like, there would be no need for that. Again, this is the whole point. To just reform the whole sport. I mean, it's foolishness. But no, I can't get behind that. And I would. And that would. I think that would be unfair to your teammates and to the whole point of doing what you're doing. Ultimately you're trying to win. You're trying to succeed. That's a nice thing for you to do. And if you make that commitment, then you should probably go ahead and fulfill that commitment. But if you don't have a chance to fulfill that commitment, then do whatever you need to do at that point. But I mean, these guys are that's the reason why they're playing. I mean, that's the reason why we haven't seen a player do that because that does matter to them.
Mm-hmm.
That's a big deal. You want to be in that spotlight. You want to be in that moment. That moment, playing well in that moment, would earn you a ton of money. I mean, on top of whatever it is that you're going to do, you probably would, if you put up, if Chase Young, for example, who's going to be a first or second pick overall anyway, but if he does something even that much more magical in those games, that's probably going to make him even a little extra money endorsement wise down the line. He stands to do well. I think it's a good thing for him overall. Not everyone's Chase Young, but for him, I think it's okay.
I don't. We make players, we romanticize that a little bit. They're doing this for the camaraderie. They're doing it for their brothers on the team. That's why you play. That's why you go out there and compete, even though you're not getting financially compensated the way that you should. Meanwhile, coaches, as I hit the mic, coaches, on the other hand, get to make business decisions constantly, leaving their programs on the eaves of some of the program's bigger games. Penn State is going to the Cotton Bowl. That's a big thing. That's a big deal. But they're going to be there without offensive coordinator. Memphis, we know they're going to be there without Mike Norvell. We see time and time again, year in, year out, when this time of the year comes, no matter what the bowl game is, coaches are allowed to dip out and to leave. Be it coach getting ready for the Car Care Bowl, if that bowl still exists, I don't know. I always say that. That's my go-to bowl for some reason. Or be it national semifinals bowl games and championships. We saw Lane Kiffin get out of Alabama to go to Florida Atlantic.
Yeah, but he didn't want to. He was asked to.
Okay.
That was not his choice. His choice was to stay. But Nick Saban's choice was for him not to stay.
We've seen it happen, though.
But I don't remember any coaches who left semifinal or who left playoff teams. They came back to coach.
Yeah.
Before they've left. I haven't seen. I don't. I mean, I don't.
I can't think of one either.
Because I don't. I think that's the difference to me. I'm fine. Again, whatever happens after in a non-playoff situation is fine. But if you're going to play the sport, just like any season you start at any level from age 5 on, play the meaningful portion of the season out. Like, you know what you're getting into. You know what you're getting into. So finish it. And then to me, it's over now, except for the semifinal. And most team seasons are over in my mind.
Okay.
All these other teams are just exhibitions. Like, you can play a little postseason exhibition game. To me, that's what it is. And if you still want to get some practice in, you're a young freshman, sophomore, something like that. You get some good reps in practice. Great, no problem. But these games, ultimately, they're not meaningful long term in most cases. But to me, if you make that commitment, you want to play. That's cool. If you don't, that's fine. But as long as it's competitive in the playoffs, no, you've made that commitment. To me, you need to finish that commitment out. I don't. You can call it whatever you want to call it, romanticizing, etc. I don't. That's fine. But you made that commitment. You knew what this entailed. You knew the possibility. All those players at Florida State, at Ohio State and LSU and Clemson, all that. They knew what the season would look like. They knew the likelihood would be that they'd be there. Okay, either you'd want to do it or you don't. If you don't, that's fine. Just don't do it. But don't play on my team. If we're playing a rec league, I want you playing the season. I don't want you ducking out on me, 80% of the way through and just be like, nah, I'm done. Sorry, can't do it. There's no reason for that. I mean, unless you've got some compelling thing that you get hurt or something, sure. If you get some, but nah. And I think more importantly for those guys, I think that would be a negative draft wise. I think that would hurt their draft stock to do that. I think that would be like I don't know what this guy's what's
sitting out of semifinals
of a competitive game. Sitting out of a major. I think they'd be like, I don't like that. I don't like that. I mean, I think sitting out of a regular these other games, whatever, not a big deal. I mean, the guy's still going to get drafted. If whatever Chase Young did, he would still get drafted very highly. He could, short of something criminal or something extremely hurtful to him, he would get drafted wherever. But no, I think you got to finish that job, whatever that job happens to be in this case for these guys. That said, Coxie is going to play. So there you go. Don't worry about that.
Okay.
Some of his other colleagues on the basketball side played up in Knoxville. 51-47 was the final. Memphis beats Tennessee. Huge win for Penny on the road. Huge win on the road without James Wiseman, without Lester Quinones, in a really tough place to go and play a very loud and particularly angry sort of crowd. Not happy at all with the way things went down. And after the game, I thought very magnanimous Penny Hardaway, taking responsibility for what happened last year, and I think he was right to do that. I thought it was silly what he said last year. I thought that was pointless and ridiculous and unnecessarily hostile for what didn't seem to be a particularly hostile situation, just really escalating for no good reason. And to his credit, he was like, yeah, I shouldn't have done that, and I'm sorry. We need to keep playing this game. I thought he handled it with a lot of class and did everything that I would expect a guy like that to do. So I was very impressed on and off the court with Penny on Saturday.
Yeah, he did it last year for the fan reaction, to ingratiate himself more to the city and to get people fired up on both sides. It's a lot like boxers. Mike Tyson talking about eating people's children, and boxers like that who before a fight, before a bout, talk a lot of unnecessary trash to get people's blood flowing and to really get the passion behind it. And I think that's what Coach Hardaway was doing last year. And we saw, like, Memphis goes to Tennessee, and it's not a rivalry, quote unquote. It's not a game Tennessee fans care about, quote unquote. But they were really ready for this. They were really excited and really wound up about this all week long. And we saw that play out Saturday. And a part of that is because of the way Penny acted at the end of last year's game and the way that the heads butted, so to speak, after last year's game. And he's right to go out there and apologize this year after drumming up that sort of hatred and despisementship to try and, despisementship. Okay. Look it up. It's a word, I think. Probably not. But to try and get the rivalry to continue to be played after next year. That is what everybody, I don't know how you can look at that game and watch that atmosphere and not think this is a game that needs to be played every single year. And I am fine with them doing it on neutral courts every now and then. But that should be a home neutral every single year. So FedEx, Tennessee, and then in Nashville every single year.
The to me, it's a no-brainer. Like, we've said it before. Like these games are so important. It was such a fun atmosphere, even though the game itself was scrappy and ugly and all that. It was intense. You could tell the intensity. That's the kind of game that makes players and coaches better for having gone through it. That's the kind of thing that you learn a lot about who you are. You learn a lot about players like Damian Baugh stepping up in the clutch. You learn a lot about what like Precious Achiuwa, for all the uneven offense that he can provide, is a monster down low and really upped his game in that tough situation. Same thing, with guys like that Tyler Harris hit some big shots. Alex Lomax, couple really important little plays throughout that game. Those are the things you don't see that until you play in this kind of environment. You don't get that exposed. Right. You don't see what a guy's going to do until you get him out in this spot, and you learn some things about these guys.
Yeah, and Alo specifically, like there was times when the building wanted to collapse on the Tigers. Oh yeah, and a bucket needed to be made. And to his credit, man, Alex Lomax went out there and got the bucket to settle things back down, pushing the lead from 1-3 both times. Back-to-back possessions. And you brought up Tyler Harris and his ability to shoot the three. And you would think, Harris can get streaky. And you were fearful. I was fearful that he'd be on one of those bad streaks, trying to do too much, trying to pull up from too far back. And there were a couple of threes that just clanked off the backboard. But he ended the game going 3 for 6. And they needed all of those threes. They needed all of that. And you're right, Precious Achiuwa, one of the things that I wanted to see from him was not necessarily the double-double because my man is basically a walking double-double when he's out there on the court. I wanted to see him have an impact on the game, and the way he rebounded the ball on the offensive end, coupled with some timely buckets, like shows you he's grown since, and it's crazy, since last month. He looked shook out there against Oregon.
Mm-hmm.
He did not look that way against Tennessee, and he played real well also. And this is the type of game where you do get to see that, where you do get to find out who you got and what you got in these guys and how you need to progress with the season from here. That's why this game needs to be played.
Yeah, it gets, again, the fans have been hyped about this for weeks, getting excited about it on both sides of the state.
Mm-hmm.
It was a moment, it was a thing. Again, now you got Jackson State for Memphis coming up next weekend. Like around this time of year, you need something excitable, something to get you going. You need something to get you fired up a little bit. Well, here you go. Like I mean, it's a special game and it needs to be played. And that I think it would be silly. It would be very silly, and honestly, very childish of Rick Barnes to end the series based on still being irritated with the way things went down last year.
Mm-hmm.
You would be, and this idea that Tennessee doesn't need Memphis in basketball is silly. Yeah, you've got a great schedule in the SEC most years.
Mm-hmm.
You're going to have, I mean, this year, it's kind of a middling situation in the SEC, but you're going to have quality teams and you're going to have good places to go and play and all that for sure.
Mm-hmm.
You still need out of conference. You still need other things to get your fans going. You can't punt on an entire 2-month stretch of your season or just fill it with a little tournament here and there and then a bunch of nothing. No, it matters. And it's your duty in my mind, at least, if you're the coach at Tennessee, to be representative of the entire state of Tennessee. As much as you may not like West Tennessee, as much as you may not like Memphis in particular, you still represent. There's a lot of alums, myself included, who live in Shelby County, who live in Memphis, who live in this area, who are a part of this. And you need to be in front of them, and you need to be part of that. You can't just ignore that and wipe that away, as much as it would be convenient for you to do so. Very irritated. One of the things that irritated me most about going over there was the attitude towards West Tennessee and Memphis in particular. It's awful in many cases. So it's vital to play that game to keep that relationship going. And Memphis will be fine without Tennessee.
Mm-hmm.
Tennessee will be fine without Memphis, but they'll be better with each other on the schedule.
Yes, very much so. And Tennessee's medical school is here. Pharmacy school is here. Dental school is here. Occupational therapy school is here. Like, you're here.
Yeah.
Your alum are here. You come to Memphis. Memphis is a feeder, one of the major feeder cities to the University of Tennessee. Like, you come here to get college kids. Like, come on, man. Play.
We'll take a break. We'll come back.
Oh, but before we do, Corky's, baby. Family owned and operated for over 35 years. They're still cooking it the old-fashioned way, slow, over hickory and charcoal. They got great lunch specials daily. The regular pork sandwich is $4.99. Jumbo pork sandwich, $5.99. If you want some of that loaded pork potato, that is $7.99. And, of course, they have the daily lunch drive-thru combo, regular pork sandwich, fries, and a 32-ounce drink for only $6.99. All locations, they now have paid parking spots. So just order online, prepaid, Just order online, pay ahead, go up there, pick it up, bada bing, bada boom. You're in and out in a jiffy. You get back to work in time to eat your food, savor it, enjoy your lunch, and then get back to work. Corky's Cordova has a great private room to host any event, up to 60 people. Dine-in, takeout, party packs, full-service catering, private venue, mail order, and more. You can get all the facts at Corky'sBBQ.com. It's a taste of Memphis everywhere.
Let's take a break. We'll come back, continue here on The Experience. This hour brought to you by our friends at East Memphis Ace Hardware, Quince and White Station. Jared Phillip, it's time for the holidays, and you got to get yourself ready to roll for the holidays. That means making sure that your house looks good, making sure that all the little stuff that you need to work on, the little guest bathroom that doesn't drain quite right, they can fix that for you.
Mm-hmm.
Little showers not quite working right, they can fix that for you. The toilets leaking a little bit, they can help you with all of that. You get the parts you need, the tools you need, get you the advice that you need over at East Memphis Ace Hardware, so that when you have family come to town, they're going to have a great house to hang out in. Check them out. Again, Quince and White Station, right next to Billy Hardwick's Bowling, just down from Three Little Pigs. You'll love it. It is East Memphis Ace Hardware. They bring this hour of the program. Back after this, Real Sports Talk, Sports 56, 96.1, 87.7.
Take Sports 56 with you on your phone or tablet. Download our official Sports 56 app today.
At Jason's Deli, you can stuff yourself full of great deli food that's healthy, fresh, and best of all, it's not expensive. Jason's Deli is all about choice. Whether you're looking for a gluten-free menu, vegetarian sandwiches, healthy kids' meals, or if you'd like to invent your sandwich via the build-your-own selections, Jason's Deli has you covered. And they only use fresh, wholesome ingredients. Choose from the club and specialty sandwiches, paninis, wraps, soups, salads, pastas, and much more. I love the cleanliness in the restaurant, the hospitality, and of course the cost. They have a huge salad bar and great soups, including Southwest chicken chili, fire roasted tortilla, organic vegetable, tomato basil, and many, many more. And if you're planning an event, their catering department is fantastic and can handle any size party. Go check out Jason's Deli's 4 locations. On Ridgeway in the Park Place Center, that's my favorite, on Germantown Parkway in Cordova, at Poplar and Highland, and on Goodman Road in Olive Branch.
Did you know nearly 40% of men under 40 and over 75% of men over the age of 40 experience sexual performance concerns? At the Memphis Men's Clinic, their experienced physician performs a comprehensive evaluation that determines which specific issues may interfere with your sexual performance. These issues can vary and range from anxiety to medical issues, low testosterone, or erectile dysfunction. The Memphis Men's Clinic has evaluated hundreds of men of all ages over the years and reestablished a normal sexual life. The Memphis Men's Clinic will work aggressively to resolve issues and allow you to restore your sexual health and overall well-being. That's the Memphis way. If you're 20 years old or 90 years old, come and get cared for the Memphis way. Treatment that's based on your specific needs after a professional clinical evaluation by their experienced board-certified physician. Call the Memphis Men's Clinic today at 901-443-0475 or visit memphismensclinic.com.
James Gaddis Jewelers is ready to help you with your holiday shopping through December 21st. Men's wedding bands 20% off, Bulova and Seiko watches 20% off, designer jewelry, Andrea Candela, sterling silver, and 18-karat gold 20% off. Solid yellow gold or white gold earrings 20% off. James Gaddis Jewelers, known for having one of the best selections of fine quality diamonds and bridal rings in the Mid-South. Make your holiday shopping exciting and fun at James Gaddis Jewelers, 4900 Poplar. James and Linda Gaddis wishing everyone a Merry Christmas and Happy Holiday.
Did you learn your ABCs when you were a kid? Well, as a grown-up, it's time to learn your CBDs, as in CBD edibles, oil tincture, pain cream, and beauty products, all found at Your CBD Store. With 3 locations, Poplar Avenue, North Germantown Parkway, and Goodman Road East. You'll find all natural, organic, and non-GMO products. Need to learn more? Your CBD Store has a knowledgeable and friendly staff that can answer questions, help with choices, and put you at ease about your CBDs. Your CBD Store with 3 locations, Poplar Avenue, Cordova, and South Haven. Your CBD Store, making it as easy for you as ABC CBD.
Pop the top on your next party. 34 North Cocktails. Available in Memphis now. Great for football grove parties, around the hunting campfire, and when you get home, entertain friends. Pop a premium can of Barrel Thief. Tastes just like an old-fashioned Barrel Thief made with aged bourbon, bitters, a hint of orange, a touch of vanilla, 15% ABV. Then, for you vodka lovers, try Sneaky Pucker, a refreshing lemonade premium vodka cocktail, 12.5% ABV. Made with super premium vodka, lavender, simple syrup, and lemonade. Delicious and smooth. Let the party begin with 34 North Cocktails.
Hey folks, I'm Jarrett Carter. My family recently purchased East Memphis Ace Hardware at Quince and White Station, and we're excited to offer the best selection of Big Green Egg and Traeger grills. And then don't forget about our Benjamin Moore Paint Studio and the Garden Center for fall flowers. Save 60% with our new Duracell key fob replacement program. We have a master locksmith service as well as glass cutting and screen repair. We're located at Quince and White Station behind Three Little Pigs. Look forward to seeing everyone over the holidays.
Listen Sundays at 11 a.m. to join Idlewild Presbyterian Church for worship. Idlewild is a PCUSA church located in Midtown Memphis.
Welcome back to the Peter Edmiston Experience with CJ Hurt. This hour of the Experience is brought to you by East Memphis Ace Hardware at Quince and White Station. Here once again are Peter and CJ.
big legs, 'cause they're so good when we're romancing. You still got the flavor, and I'm hungry for your love.
Wait, did we already do Luther here? We can't do double up on Luther.
This is a great inappropriate Christmas song. Did you not hear my man? Glad he's got big feet.
Listen.
Because they're good for dancing?
Listen. What I'm saying is, we already had Luther. We got other inappropriate and naughty Christmas songs. We don't have to dip back in, with all due respect to the late and wonderful Luther Vandross. We don't need to just dip back in.
He's hungry for people's love.
I got
Okay,
it.
all right.
I got what you're saying.
All right.
In any event, just
no more Luther, Zach. Peter hates Luther Vandross now.
I can see that.
Peter hates Luther.
We got a moratorium on Luther. That's all. I don't hate Luther. I love Luther, but we have a moratorium on Luther. Don't need to keep doing Luther. We already had the whole day of Luther.
Peter hates Luther. No more Luther, Zach.
I mean, it's just what else?
How long is this moratorium, Peter? Till next year?
At least. Maybe longer. Coach Zach, a lot of texters at 67129 have a question about your philosophy. They say, Zach, do you know how many players you can put on the field at any given time?
Yes, 11 on both sides.
Okay. Texter says it sounds like your offense has 50.
Listen, we're going to go with a hockey substitution. We're going to go 11 in, 11 out each time.
That's how you get every inch of the field covered.
Every inch of the
New quarterback each time?
No, I'm the OC, man. We're finna
I said
run
you said 11 in, 11 out. I mean,
So that means it's a new quarterback every time.
He's part of the 11.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Got to get the backup some experience.
Okay. Platoon system. I like it, Zach.
Okay.
I like it.
Always.
Another texter says Zach's offense going to put pressure on the deep corners, huh?
Yeah.
Definitely. Got to put pressure on the corners. Got to put pressure up the seam.
Up the seam.
Up the seam. Oh, yeah.
Got to put pressure on the. You got to put pressure in like certain areas.
Yes. To get the desired effect.
I've always felt that way.
Because you got to get them to react a certain way.
Certain bit of pressure here, reaction there. I got you. I see what you're saying.
Okay.
But a little bit here.
A little bit of here, a little bit of there. Throwing some play action. Get them to bite up a little bit.
Bite up.
Okay.
Bite up.
All right.
Bite up. Texter says, CJ, you're an idiot.
Yes, I am. Thank you, Texter.
There's other parts of it, but I read that part of the text and be done with it. Texter says, Peter, there's not an SEC team that needs Memphis in anything. Again, that's not true. That's not true. You need those kinds of games for your fans. You don't need them competitively. You don't need them from a strength of schedule standpoint, but you do need them from a fan interest standpoint, whether SEC teams like it or not. Memphis is a very interesting and important team with an important fan base.
Yeah, it's crazy outside.
You'll be okay.
I think so.
You
I
look
saw the flash. And
you saw the flash?
I saw the
flash?
Not the flash.
Oh,
not Barry.
Wait a second.
I saw a flash from outside.
You're not supposed to be able to see the flash.
Well, you can see him as long as he's not running. But anyway, saw the flash of light outside. I was like, oh, this is getting bad out there. But especially regional SEC schools, especially your Ole Misses and your Arkansas and your Tennessees, where Memphis is a feeder city, and maybe even Mississippi State also. I'll throw them in there. Memphis is a city that you come to and you get a lot of students. You have a lot of alum in this city, in this area. Like it makes sense for you to put them on the schedule in basketball and in football. But we're talking basketball. It makes sense for you to find a way to get them to rotate through these schools in the region, in the SEC. And it like you said, while it might not be from a record standpoint, from win-loss standpoint, might not be something that you need that way. From a general interest in the program standpoint, and from a development and growth of your program, you do need this university to play. You do need that. So I would love to see them find a way to keep this rivalry going, one, and then and keep Ole Miss going also, and then find a way to rotate the other two, Mississippi State and Arkansas, yearly, so we get to see these regional games get played.
Absolutely. All right. So that is all part of it. Now we mentioned the Tigers, the basketball, and it's been a very this Tiger team with the win over Tennessee. Tennessee's got some work to do. Got to get a little better performances from Lamonte Turner, who was awful,
Mhm.
just awful. 40 minutes of awful.
But a lot of that is the effort that the Tigers played with on defense.
Yeah,
They were just
a lot of it
hounding
is just,
everybody.
but a lot of it is just bad decision making and just poor shot making from a guy that you need more from. I
Mhm.
mean, just I don't, I can't. It's kind of an indictment on the Tennessee bench that you can't find that there's no one there in this game to be able to give him any kind of a break and also to just say, look, man, just sit down for a little bit. You're kind of taking some messed up shots here. We're not seeing a lot from you. You just don't really have any option to do that. Same thing with Bowden. James got hot. Josiah Jordan James was huge and needed to be. Somebody had to start hitting some shots from three. He's the only one basically that could do it. And a team that went 15% and made 4 threes, he hit 3 of them. So that tells you
75% of the threes.
Kind of where they were. Yeah, exactly right. So Tennessee's got a lot of work to do, but Memphis, meanwhile, winning on the road without 2 of their 3 best players tells me that you get those 2 guys back, and especially look around the climate in college basketball. Last night, Minnesota beats Ohio State like a drum.
Was that on the road?
Yes.
Yeah.
No.
That was at home?
No, that was at home. But then Wofford beats North Carolina. North Carolina now without Cole Anthony for an indeterminate amount of time or yet to be determined. Indefinite is the word I was looking for. Indetermined is not a word.
I was just gonna let it roll.
Don't let it roll. You got to,
Peter.
I wouldn't let it roll.
I don't know what words are words and aren't words messing around with you.
Well, that's true, but I can tell you that's not a word.
Okay.
Indefinite is the word I was looking for, and I found it, thankfully. He's out for an indefinite amount of time with a knee situation, and Wofford goes into the old Carmichael Fieldhouse. They played kind of an old school game.
Oh, okay.
And beat UNC there.
Okay.
So
that's not good for North Carolina, but for like you said,
I saw the theme. Some Duke fan group sending a Wofford house in the style of Waffle House.
Oh,
a picture of that.
Oh, wow, that's petty.
So that's fun. That's good.
Like that.
That's good.
I
stuff.
like that.
But what I'm saying is that throughout college basketball right now, I mean, I don't get the sense. Oregon, Michigan, great game. 2 seemingly pretty good teams. Kentucky kind of starting to look a little better, but I don't think they look particularly great. They don't look unbeatable by any stretch of the imagination. I mean, Michigan State, Villanova, Auburn, Dayton, Kansas. I think it's gonna be clearly you're gonna be your number 1 team. But like, I don't think any of these teams look unbeatable by any stretch. I think this thing's wide open. I think you could see I don't know why Memphis wouldn't be dreaming of, all the whole deal right here. I don't know who's definitively like so great that you'd have to be worried about any of them.
It's a bunch of pretty good teams. That's what it is. It's a bunch of pretty good teams in college basketball right now. And for Memphis, that means, hey, we're pretty good. And we don't have to do anything particularly special. We don't have to play so above our heads to make a run. We just play our brand of basketball, and we can go out there and compete with and by do more than compete, we can go out there and beat the Kentuckys and the Oregons, and we can go out there and beat Duke and North Carolina. We've seen teams with lesser talent than us go out there and do that. We can very well go out there and do that. We have the athleticism and the skill and the talent and the coaching to go out there and be amongst the big boys this year. And that's great. That's exciting. And when you get those 2 back, you're getting them back at a time in the schedule where you'll be able to, I do believe it's the slower part of the conference slate, if I'm not mistaken. So you'll be able to get them acclimated, 1, and 2, get them ready for the stretch run of the schedule, because they get back in January. Well, Wiseman comes back in January. I guess Lester comes back also. Then you get them both back. And then you play the end of the conference schedule, and you go straight into a conference tournament. And that's when you want them, because that's where things can get a little, in a 1-game playoff situation, things can get a little squirrely sometimes. And if you run through, and I don't see why, because they're going out there playing real well without those 2 players. If you run through the American, I don't see why you wouldn't get a 2-3 seed. this year. I think that have the new rankings come out, college basketball wise?
I don't think so. No, they come out later on
today.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, I don't know why this isn't a top 10 team when everything comes back out.
They probably will be
with the losses that take place. So you're looking at a team 3-4 range. Like that's good. That's great for you.
Mm-hmm.
Get a nice regional drawing seeding, and be right there with a chance to win it all.
It's the tournament as per usual. It'll be wide open, and it'll be based on matchups as much as everything else. There you go. So we'll talk more about that over the coming days and weeks for sure. We'll take a break. We'll come back. We'll get into a little Grizzlies talk as they were very busy over the weekend as well here in the Family Leisure Studios. We'll continue with the experience on a very rainy and stormy Monday. There's some reports of some hail out there.
Hell no.
You said it, buddy. Sports 56, 96.1 and 87.7.
Sports 56 now has 2 FM homes. You can now find real sports talk on 96.1 as well as 87.7 on your FM dial.
The folks at Homer Skelton Hyundai want to say thank you. Thank you, Memphis, for another spectacular year. They set records, but I can understand why. You think about the product. Where else do you get a 10-year, 100,000-mile limited powertrain warranty? That's what you get on every new car at Homer Skelton Hyundai. Oh, and thank you again for the 11th straight year, the #1 certified pre-owned car dealership in all of Memphis. It starts with that product, but then it goes to the shopper assurance. Where else do you go where you get transparent pricing, flexible test drive, take the car for a couple of days if you want, streamlined buying process? You're not going to be there all day, in and out. And then, and I have not seen this anywhere else, the 3-day worry-free exchange. You buy a new car, if you've got any buyer's remorse, you've got 3 days to change your mind. Just get on Lamar, take it into Mississippi, the first exit's Craft Road, turn left, and go see Chris True and all the gang at Homer Skelton Hyundai.
I love fall. The landscape is so beautiful at Town Village Audubon Park. Nestled in the heart of East Memphis, located corner of Park and Cherry, is a beautiful residential neighborhood. Looking for a great place to retire, but you still have a very active lifestyle? Then visit Town Village. Only requirements that you're 55 plus. Prices per month starting at $2,300. Gourmet Chef Drew invites you to visit our restaurant and bistro. Package includes 3 complimentary meals per day, maid service, free local transportation, daily check-in, monthly coffee club, themed dinner parties, lots of fun. Visit us and call Daniel at Town Village Audubon Park at 901-374-7342. There's no place like home. Town Village Audubon Park. It's a winter wonderland at Envy Nail Bar, and if you're looking to host a party during the holidays, I know just the perfect spot for you. Envy Nail Bar has the most beautiful private room that awaits you. Feel pampered and spoiled with their complimentary full premium adult beverage bar. Sit back and get a full body massage with your Petty Mani. I'm loving it. And don't forget your holiday gift cards. Everyone would love their Petty Mani. When you buy a gift card, you get a bonus gift card. Call Salon for details. Envy Nail Bar, corner of Poplar and Perkins.
New Life Medical Center has moved to a new, larger location that allows them to better serve their patients. I go to New Life Medical Center for testosterone replacement therapy, which is one of many things they do. They also treat erectile dysfunction and can relieve the pain of joint injuries with stem cell and platelet-rich plasma treatments. They also take care of patients with diabetes, high blood pressure, sick visits, and much more with no appointment necessary and minimal wait times. New Life Medical Center is now at 9160 Highway 64. That's just off I-40. Stop in and see what they can do for you.
DeSoto Auto Sales specializes in late model cars with low mileage. They have the highest standards in the car industry. All of their cars are test-driven, checked out from head to toe, unlimited inventory, every make and model. And if it's not on the lot, they'll find it for you. Walk in the door of DeSoto Auto Sales, 5704 Goodman Road. Within 45 minutes, you can test your car, get credit approval, and finish paperwork within an hour. No shortcuts at DeSoto Auto Sales. Kind, courteous employees, a down-home environment. DeSoto Auto Sales cares about your time. Lowest prices in a 350-mile radius. We're living in a world today where time does matter. Visit them online. Check out their referrals. DeSotoAutosales.com.
Very proud to serve DeSoto County and other surrounding areas. DeSoto Auto Sales, 5704 Goodman Road. Call 662-890-7184. 662-890-7184. Come on down to DeSoto Auto Sales.
Welcome back to the Peter Edmiston Experience with CJ Hurts. This hour of the Experience is brought to you by East Memphis Ace Hardware at Quince and White Station. Here once again are Peter and CJ.
It ain't just a toy. You can play with me, baby. I'll be your Santa too. 'Cause when the youth is over, I show
Now,
you what
see, this is what I'm talking about right here.
be your Santa.
I'll be your Santa. Is this your favorite genre of Christmas music?
Yes, very much so.
Okay.
What I got for you, mama, it ain't just a toy. It'll bring you lots of joy. Yes, I love this genre of Christmas music. Yes.
So is that what's like in the CJ household?
Yes.
This is what's playing on a regular basis?
Very much so. This time of the year?
Mm-hmm.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Gotta let her know. Gotta let her know. I'll be your Santa.
She needs to know.
She does. Everybody needs to know that I'm gonna be her Santa.
That's vital.
She can play with me too.
Vital information.
For your everyday life.
No question about it. All right, so we mentioned the Grizzlies. It was a busy weekend. And it's going to continue to be busy because tonight another home game. 3 home games in 4 nights. I've never seen that. I don't remember that ever happening for the Grizzlies. So it was a little bit bizarre, but the scheduling is what it is. 3 Eastern Conference teams. The game on a Friday night with Jaren Jackson Jr. turning into Klay Thompson for a quarter, and going wild. 26 points in that quarter. 43 overall. 7 threes, and in getting increasingly unlikely with each 3. To the point where he banked. That last one in, his dad comes running down, I'm told, from the stand. He's so excited he just starts running. Go. I mean, he was hunting him. He was like Trae Young. Like he was looking for it, coming off those screens.
Mm-hmm.
As soon as he got that ball in his hands, he was looking to fire. It was incredibly fun. Like everyone's just I mean, even sitting there on press row, I'm like like I can't help it. It was crazy. Like just watching this dude, it was insane. And, Deluxe Brooke Lopez. And then, of course, he was playing against Brooke Lopez, so it must have been inspired by Brooke. I understand that. And I asked Brooke. I went in there and talked to Brooke.
Say, hey, what you think about Deluxe Brooke over there?
I did.
Okay.
I talked to him about it. I had about a little conversation with Brooke. Brooke was eating some wings.
Oh,
nice. They had Wing Guru over there.
Nice.
So he was eating some Wing Guru, and I didn't want to disturb him while he's eating, but, no one else is over there, so I walk over and say, hey, Brooke, what's up? And we start chatting. Nice guy. And so I said, what do you think about Jaren? He could see some similarities. He said he could see it.
Okay.
He could see it. He felt like there was a lot, but Jaren's got a long way to go to get to Brooke's defensive level, which is interesting for people to think about. But Brooke is truly an elite defender, and Jaren can be.
Mm-hmm.
He has the tools to be an elite defender, but he's not yet.
There are some changes in his game defensively that I've noticed the past week where he was getting the fouls earlier this season.
Changes from earlier in the season to now? Or
changes from earlier
year?
in the season to now.
I got you.
Where he's getting fouls because he's bad about bringing his arms down. And that is where people attack. That is where they jump into to get the foul. He's done a better job, although it's a habit, and so it's going to take a long time to break. He's done a better job of not only going straight up, but elevating, going straight up, and he puts his hands back now so that he's not tempted to come down when he goes up. So back like he's holding like a pizza or a waiter tray or something like that. So he's long, he goes up.
You got to work because that limits his effectiveness. That's the problem that I'm seeing with him. Offensively, he's really having a fun and
he's bringing the ball up the court now. I don't recall him doing that either.
Against the Wizards. Like there was a game, and he's done it a few times, but like he brings it up with a lot of confidence. Now he can handle it so well, and so he's bringing the ball up the court, and they get a little confusion on a little switch that they're trying to pull off, and he just pulls up and shoots top of the key, just walks right into a three and hits it, and there you go. Like
he got a couple of layups in that game, 2 or 3, I can't remember, where he just snatches the ball off the rebound and just brings the ball up the court and goes straight to the rim before the defense gets set.
So his offensive game is really coming along. Like there's a lot that he can do, and he's a very interesting weapon. The problem for him has just been defensively because of the foul situation, and because of what you're talking about. The modifications that he's had to make. I just don't think he's a very effective, or not nearly as effective a defensive player as he was. He played with much more reckless abandon last year in terms of what he was asked to do, what he did. Playing alongside Mark clearly makes it easier for you to be able to do that. Mark is much more stable force, bigger inside, to allow you to roam a little bit more and to go and get those blocks and all that stuff. Jonas is not that guy. Jonas is not a bad defensive player or anything like that, but he's just a different defensive player. So with that kind of in his concern about the fouls, he just hasn't been aggressive defensively. Been very passive.
Yeah,
he's fine 1-on-1. You post him up, he's fine with letting you get to the basket basically most time. He might, he'll put the hands up, but like that's about it. He's not gonna body you or physical because he doesn't want to pick up that foul. I think that's been a concern for them, is to say, okay, you need to watch this. We can't have these games where you're picking up 5 fouls in 18 minutes. You just can't do that.
Right.
We need you to play. And if that means you give up an extra 2 or 3 baskets, okay, we'll live with that. But we need you out there. And I think right now he's in that transitional period of figuring out, how do I defend effectively? Because we know he can. But how do you do that without fouling in the framework of what this defense is going to ask him to do? It's going to be a lot of individual defense in the post. It's going to be a lot of times when he's going to have to deal with somebody trying to physically body him up inside. How's he going to handle that? And he's got to learn. He's got to learn. And right now, I think they're kind of saying, look, just take it easy. Make sure you stay on the floor right now, and then we'll figure it out after that.
Yeah, and he has shifted too far to one extreme. But I have seen the shift, and that shows that they are working with him on this. And that's what happens. You overcorrect, and then you come back, and then you're where you need to be. So he's had the issue with fouling. Now he's not challenging and contesting with the same energy, the same fervor, because he's super mindful and aware of his foul situation. And so that leads to him not being as good of a defender. You're right. But now once they get him over there, they can say, hey, this is a happy medium. You have to pick your spots. You have to know when you can go after the block and when you can't. And so it's a process, man. It's going to take a time. It's going to take some time, not a time. It's going to take
time.
It's going to take some time, man.
It's going to take a time.
But I see that he is consciously aware of that now. Whereas he, like you said, he was playing with that recklessness earlier this year and last year, and he's too good to be reckless because you need that on the court. You just do.
We'll see. But he's pretty special in that regard. And then obviously, John Morant coming back on Saturday doing jaw things, but Brandon Clark was phenomenal. And we're going to talk more about it in hour number 3, but he's putting up some insane numbers at this point. And career high, 25 points, 22 minutes for Brandon Clark, 11 of 14 from the field on Saturday. Just another day at the office for the most efficient man basically in the NBA at this point as a rookie. It's unreal. Let's take a break. We'll come back and continue here on The Experience. Hour number 3 on the way from the Family Leisure Studios on a very rainy and wet Monday morning. Real Sports Talk, Sports 56, 96.1, 87.7.
In today's evolving workplace, XMC understands the process of getting office work done has moved from the desktop to your pocket. The new Xerox multifunctional printers and Connect Key app technology are game changers. Are you working with confidential information? Does it need to be secure from unwanted threats? Do you need to translate documents to another language? Xerox's App Gallery provides solutions like secure printing and easy translator technology. XMC is the second largest exclusive Xerox agent in the U.S. with 9 locations to serve you. We've been in business for over 25 years and have received top awards from Xerox. In changing our world one experience at a time, our team's committed to doing what's right for your business. XMC is proud to be your leader in document and print management, and it'd be our pleasure to serve you. Contact XMC today at 888-814-3114 or visit our website at xmcinc.com. XMC, excellence in office solutions.
Listen up, Rebel fans. You can now listen to Rebel Yell Hotline on 87.7 FM or on the web each and every Monday from 6 to 7 p.m. If you can't listen to 87.7 FM, Sports 56 has made it possible to listen online each and every week. All you have to do is go to sports56whbq.com and click on the Rebel Yell Hotline banner to listen. That's Rebel Yell Hotline each and every Monday night from 6 to 7 p.m. on 87.7 FM or on the web at sports56whbq.com.
Pop the top on your next party. 34 North Cocktails. Available in Memphis now. Great for football grove parties, around the hunting campfire, and when you get home, entertain friends. Pop a premium can of Barrel Thief. Tastes just like an old-fashioned Barrel Thief made with aged bourbon, bitters, a hint of orange, a touch of vanilla, 15% ABV. Then, for you vodka lovers, try Sneaky Pucker, a refreshing lemonade premium vodka cocktail, 12.5% ABV. Made with super premium vodka, lavender, simple syrup, and lemonade. Delicious and smooth. Let the party begin with 34 North Cocktails.
Ho, ho, hold it. There's a brand new Chevy in Olive Branch with a big red bow and your name on it. If you're ready for a new Chevy, a Silverado, a Traverse, the all-new Blazer, ready for any new Chevy, most of All-Star's new 2019s are now at employee prices. You know what that means? You could save thousands paying what the employees pay. And most of the 2019s are included. All-Star has lots of 2019s, people. Lots more than any other Mid-South dealers. And All-Star Chevrolet in Olive Branch has the best testing grounds in the Mid-South. Back roads, highways, get a feel for it, and maybe that'll end up underneath your tree. Just go to allstarautogroup.com and see what I'm talking about. And remember, don't go to the Pike or Mount Moriah or Collierville or South Haven. For the Beat Any Dealer's Price Challenge and your best time ever, it's gotta be Olive Branch. So find new roads to All-Star Chevy in Olive Branch or go to allstarautogroup.com today. It's time to bring in the old and drive home with the new.
The ARS Rescue Rooter National Hoop Fest, presented by Conway Services Heating, Cooling, and Plumbing, is coming. It's 3 days of great high school basketball to kick off the new year right here in Hoop City, January 2nd through the 4th. The action starts with a doubleheader Thursday the 2nd at Christian Brothers High School. Friday the 3rd brings 3 games at East High School and 2 more at Olive Branch High School. And then Saturday features great basketball throughout the day with 6 games at Briarcrest Christian School starting at 12:30 in the afternoon. It's your chance to see top teams from around the country do battle with the best of Memphis and see some of the nation's top recruits, including 19 top 50 recruits. It's the ARS Rescue Rooter National Hoop Fest, presented by Conway Services Heating, Cooling, and Plumbing, January 2nd through the 4th. 3 days of great high school basketball. See the full schedule and get tickets at nationalhoopfest.com.
Did you learn your ABCs when you were a kid? Well, as a grown-up, it's time to learn your CBDs, as in CBD edibles, oil tincture, pain cream, and beauty products, all found at Your CBD Store. With 3 locations, Poplar Avenue, North Germantown Parkway, and Goodman Road East. You'll find all natural, organic, and non-GMO products. Need to learn more? Your CBD Store has a knowledgeable and friendly staff that can answer questions, help with choices, and put you at ease about your CBDs. Your CBD Store with 3 locations, Poplar Avenue, Cordova, and South Haven. Your CBD Store, making it as easy for you as ABC CBD. Summers span decades, winters can last a lifetime, and the struggle for the Iron Throne continues in Game of Thrones: The Final Season. Get it now on 4K Ultra HD, Blu-ray, and DVD. The complete series also available on Blu-ray and DVD, now for purchase, but you could win it right here on Sports 56 with help from your friend Johnny Radio. Johnny's giving away 4 4K Ultra HD Blu-ray and 4 digital copies. Who loves you this holiday season like Johnny? Nobody.
We are Sports 56 WHBQ Memphis, WIVG-FM Tunica Memphis, and WPG-FLP Memphis, Flynn Broadcasting Stations. Welcome back to the Peter Edmiston Experience with CJ Hurt. This hour is brought to you by Acura of Memphis. Here once again are Peter and CJ.
Next year I could be just as good if you check check off my Christmas list. Santa baby, I want a yacht, and really that's not a lot. Been an angel all year, Santa baby, so hurry down the chimney tonight.
Just a sultry song, man. It should not. Santa Baby should not be this sultry. My goodness.
Oh yeah, absolutely it should. Absolutely it should. This is the best one. But there's some other good ones, but this is the best one. Santa Baby, fantastic. Eartha Kitt. Oof. Christmas music that does things that Christmas music doesn't normally do to you.
Yes. Oh, that's what the name of today is.
That's what this is today on the experience on a Monday. It's a rainy, nasty Monday. It's getting wet out there, folks.
Yeah.
Be careful. Making your way to work or school or
just really anywhere around the city.
Internship or a work school program or
a work school program.
I don't know. Jail, wherever you're going.
What?
We got, lots of different listeners doing lots of different things.
Okay.
I don't know. I can't speak for everybody. Maybe somebody's going to jail. And hopefully they're safe.
And they're listening in the cop
they're
car.
listening, that's right. On the way. Hopefully the cop's safe. Taking them to jail. Text us at 67129 if they haven't confiscated your phone. They probably have.
How are they supposed to text if they're
you can do it.
cuffed behind the back?
You can do it.
I'm pretty sure they got the phone also.
They probably have the phone.
Yeah.
I think that's the bigger issue. Right there. But you never know. So I like to reach out to everybody here. It's one of those things, if you're in prison, you got one phone call. Hey, 360-8255. 901-360-8255.
Let us know your thoughts, man.
Yeah, let's know what's going on in there. No? Okay.
Yeah, no,
okay.
definitely do.
Okay, all right.
Definitely do.
I think it's very important. Thank
Any
you.
jail.
Appreciate that. Yeah, that's exactly right. 67129 on the First Bank text line as well. We've been talking about what a spectacular weekend it was. You can go up and down the list, starting I guess chronologically. Ryan Silverfield appointed the brand new head football coach, University of Memphis, the people's choice. It would seem
some people's choice
and. Many people's choice, but apparently not all people's choice. And so that's that. But he's going to take over, and he's got his first practice in the books, and all that is happening with a lot of excitement around that whole situation. Tiger basketball, meanwhile, the men go up to Knoxville and get a huge victory, missing James Wiseman and Lester Quinones 51-47 in an ugly game played up in Knoxville, but a big win for the Tigers. Huge win for Penny, his biggest win as the Memphis coach. A real statement of intent from a team that now you get those two guys back, and this may well be one of those best, one of the mixed blessings sort of things where you certainly aren't excited to lose James Wiseman for a while, and you certainly aren't excited to lose Lester Quinones either, but you lose them both, and you end up playing like this. You see some improvements across the board. All of a sudden, you're a much more dangerous team when they come back. Kind of a blessing in disguise, potentially. The Grizzlies in action tonight against the Miami Heat, wrapping up a 3-home game and 4-night stretch, highlighted by the Wizards. The Grizzlies beat the Wizards on Saturday night and lost to the Bucks on Friday. But every game, something fun and weird and crazy is happening with this team, and so I have no idea what's going to happen tonight, but I'm assuming it's going to be fun. I assume it's going to be interesting and different, I assume.
Yeah.
Based on what we know about this team. Then interesting little development this morning, too. I just happened to see this from Woj and Shams and the usual suspects that they're taking steps toward the G League unionizing.
Okay.
That later on this week is the G League Showcase. Some discussions will be had there. But it is possible that the G League finds a way to unionize, which would likely increase the salaries for the players down there, which are not super high at this point. Would also then be a one step closer towards being able to get full 1-to-1 team to G League franchise affiliation. We're almost there, but not quite there yet. We're getting closer to that, and down the line, potentially involving the G League in the tournament.
Oh.
This is one of the steps that would have to happen. What I think the most exciting thing potentially is that this could involve the G League in that tournament. If the players are unionized and it's a union in affiliation with the NBA Player Association, or the NBPA, I guess. Maybe it's folded under that wing. I don't know. But then you could theoretically start to have discussions about involving G League teams in this midseason tournament thing, which I think would make it much more exciting and interesting. This midseason tournament that the NBA has talked about adding to the schedule. I mean, I don't really care so much about seeing these teams play each other again for a different sort of prize. I don't really know what the significance of that is, but if you make it an open tournament, a truly open tournament where you could have a Memphis Hustle playing really well, and what would they look like against the Cleveland Cavaliers, for example? I mean, they probably have a decent chance to be competitive in that matchup. Maybe for a one-game situation, you never know. You catch fire, you get the right situation. I just think that's what these tournaments in soccer that people keep referring to as part of the reason why you do these. That's one of the things that makes them special is they have a bunch of lower league teams that are in this tournament, and they get to play the big boys. And sometimes you do see, remarkable upsets. So I think that'd make it much more interesting. I'll put it that way.
Yeah, and that's one of the reasons we watched the college basketball tournament. March Madness
exactly
is for that game. We watched for the UMBCs, the Butlers before Butler ascended to the heights that they ascended to, Wichita State in their run. Like VCU, we watch to see if we're going to get one of those Gulf Coast type runs, because it's amazing when it happens. It's super fun when it happens. So if they can get something worked out to allow G League teams to compete in this midseason tournament, it'll definitely be add a little bit more fun to it, because it'll be insane to go out there and watch the Hustle play against the Cavs, or the Hustle against the Nets, and maybe even pull off a win there. God forbid it could be a Hustle Grizzlies final, a semifinal. That would be crazy to watch as well. So I am all the way here for creative ways to spice the regular season up in the NBA, and this will be one of the spicier ways to do it.
Well, that's just something to kind of keep an eye on down the line. So we'll kind of there's a long way to go before that ends up anything happening there. But I do think if you want to kind of spice it up a little bit, you do want to add a little something to it. I think that would be one way to potentially.
Not a 1FC was in one of those tournaments this year.
Yeah, they have that. Yeah. They have that in the USL. They played in MLS. They lost to Orlando City MLS team. They played that over Mike Rose. But they were in one of those, and that's what soccer. It adds a little extra flavor to it. It's something different. You want something different. I mean, this would be different. My thought on that tournament would be you could only play. You could play G League teams in it, but you could also, the NBA team only plays players under the age of 23.
Okay.
Or within the first, 4 or 5 years, pick some designation, rookie contract, something like that.
Okay.
On your deal, maybe under the age of 23 or on your rookie contract. So a guy like Brandon Clark, who is 23 but is a rookie, would still be allowed to play. But now I think wouldn't that be fascinating? So that would exempt all of your major stars and stuff who probably don't care about this anyway.
Yeah.
Who's like, I don't, what does LeBron care about winning the Silver Cup or whatever they were going to call this thing? But if you add those young players, get a chance to play in a unique situation in a more competitive environment to win something, show off those rookies, show off those young players. I think that'd be a fun. You just got to be different. It just can't just be just the same old thing.
And every year we have rookies that are captivating, that we want to tune in to watch. And if you extend it to the rookie contract, a tournament where your stars, I know he's injured right now, where your stars are Luka and Ja and Trae Young, that's something that gets people excited. Those are games that people want to tune in to watch, I would think. So that is a way to go about getting this thing, generating the buzz and interest necessary to get fans excited about it, to increase the revenue, get sponsors on board as well. So I like that idea.
I do too. I like it a lot.
Hey, good.
I think it's something we should look at.
It's your idea.
Speaking of Brandon Clark.
No. My gosh. Murderer.
Got to start ranking these
these bodies?
How many? I think it's going to be hard to beat Ja killing Aaron Baines, but
Brandon Clark's body was better. So much better.
I don't think so.
Brandon caught my man and had him fall back. Like, that's how vicious the dunk was. Brandon, I don't think he touched him. I think the homie was just in awe of the body that he had to give up. He was like, oh, my gosh, I am not worthy. And he just falls back because the awesomeness of the slam just thrusts him into the stand somewhere. Like, that's the body of the year right there. I can't think of a better body.
I take situation into account. I take situation into account.
What?
Yeah.
Why?
When you catch a body and the ferocity and the quickness with which Ja Morant destroyed Aaron Baines, that is, especially with under a minute to go in a clutch situation, that trumps Brandon Clark's admittedly vicious.
Yeah, both of these bodies are ungodly. Like, they're just mean, viciously.
But to me, like, you know, you got to – Yamahimi's got to stop trying to take a charge there. I don't even know what that defense was even – I don't even know what he's trying to do there.
He got caught because I think they were in the fast break, and so he had to choose between either Brandon Clark or Kyle Anderson.
Go with Kyle.
Yeah, well –
Who caught a body on Giannis also?
Kind of. Yeah.
Everybody's catching bodies.
Sort of, kind of. Yeah. Giannis, yeah, oh boy. Giannis is something else, man. You got to watch that dude. Just a freak. I mean, that's why they call him the Greek Freak. But he really is. Like, physically, he looks. When you see him in person, he and LeBron are the two guys that you just when you see him in person, it doesn't. Your mind can't compute what you're seeing. They're so big and tall and strong and all that stuff. And they just don't. It doesn't look like a human body is supposed to be able to do the stuff that they can do. It just doesn't look. They make it look so easy, doing these phenomenally ridiculous things. It's crazy. It's absurd.
And Kyle Anderson caught Giannis slipping. Kyle Anderson's
got a really interesting. I would love to see his mix. The mixtape for Kyle Anderson this year is fascinating. I don't know.
That Euro step gets on my nerves.
What he can do, it's the weirdest hanging, slipping up, down. No idea.
And then against Giannis, he just caught him. Giannis was slow on the rotation, decided he was going to go up there anyways and contest. Yeah. Kyle just spit it down, man.
He got him. Giannis got somebody back, though. I forget who it was. Giannis got somebody.
Of course he did.
Somebody paid for that.
Yes.
Later on. But anyway, they are the most. These are the debates that we could never have had about any previous Grizzlies team, because this team is the most fun Grizzly team I've ever seen. I don't know, through 20 or so, 25 games. They are like. Not only are they a little more competitive probably than I would have thought.
2.5 games out of 7?
Yeah, I mean, that's due in large part to the back end of the Western Conference playoff race being pretty garbage, surprisingly bad. Sacramento, Oklahoma City, Phoenix, Minnesota, Spurs, Blazers, none of them have been very good. So that allows a team like the Grizzlies to kind of edge up there and be much more competitive than you would have thought. But on top of that, I mean, the Pelicans have lost 10 straight and 12 straight games. They're just, I mean, good God. They were 6-9, now they're 6-21. They've lost 12 straight. Bucks have won 17 straight, now 18 straight. Excuse me. They're the anti-Bucks, the flip side. I can't believe how bad they are. So the Grizzlies are actually, within shouting distance of the playoffs, but they're not going to make the playoffs. But that's not the point. The point is, when you go to the game, there's some fun thing that's going to happen, whether it's Jaren going off for 26 points in a quarter, whether it's Ja killing somebody. Ja dunked on Davis Bertans and it wasn't even discussed on Saturday night. A dunk that would have been like top 10 in any previous season is probably I forgot about that. I don't even pay attention to that. Because Ja had gotten fouled hard. In the prior play by Admiral Schofield, and Taylor Jenkins wanted a flagrant foul. It was not called. It should have been, because we didn't play the ball at all. And
you just grabbed him.
You just grabbed him. Yeah, it could have been dangerous. Yeah. And so Ja got mad about that and just went ahead and took it out on Dallas Bertans when they switched on the perimeter for some reason, and he just, again, it's kind of the same thing that happened to Aaron Baines.
Yeah.
Very similar, honestly. Carbon copy of the dunk. So but every night you're seeing stuff like this.
Mm-hmm.
We didn't see this before. Like you'd see like a workman, like 22 points from Marc Gasol, or a good solid effort from Courtney Lee.
Mm-hmm.
You're seeing ridiculous highlights to the point, like I showed you in the break, where the Grizzlies are just bored with their own team dunking on people. They're just like,
Brandon Clark's head is at the rim when he throws down that oop from Ja, and the bench is just like, okay, that's like a 7.
Like Jonas
whatever.
is like looks like he's like, oh, well, we got how much time?
I mean, I know he doesn't think that's a dunk.
Yeah,
I know he doesn't think that's we supposed to be excited.
And Solomon
about
Hill's trying to be like the good vet, and like he throws up like a half-hearted like X, like yeah, okay, well, like, yeah, you got him. Like they're just like what? It's boring. It's boring. Dunking like this is boring for them. It's crazy. I'm telling you. It's I've never seen anything like it, man.
And this is what we said the season would be at the very start, and it was going to be a season where you were going to hopefully see people develop and grow within the system and show that they are capable of being all-stars, all-NBA type players. And we saw that on Friday when Jaren just decides he's going to shoot all the threes and make them all also against the Bucks. And it's going to be a season full of spectacular, fun plays, because this is a team that now, while I'm not going to say lip service was paid to it, but it's hard to be a team that gets up and down the court when your bigs are Zach Randolph and Marc Gasol. You just can't do that. So your pace of play is going to just be slow because those are your two dudes. Now they are able to get up and down the court. It's a more fun style of basketball to watch, and it lends itself because the athletes you have on the team now, and not Jaren, although another athlete, Ja and Brandon Clark specifically, like you're going to get some fun moments this season and in games. Even though you might not win, you are still going to have fun coming away from FedEx Forum or when you watch on TV, because they're going to give you highlights. They're going to give you things that you hadn't seen before from players in Grizzlies uniforms, and it's great.
It's totally different. That's for sure. And I think this is the kind of thing that you're going to have to at some point turn it into more consistent winning. But for right now and for this season, it's just a free pass. It's just a free pass to go have fun.
Yeah.
So tonight against the Heat, Grizzlies aren't expected to win this game. Heat are very good. But, yeah, why not see if, Ja can't go dunk on Jimmy Butler? Yeah, why not? Probably won't, but maybe he will. And if he does, it's gonna be spectacular. And that buzz in the crowd, man, is like, the energy's you can just feel it.
Like, oh, Ja's got the ball. We got it. He's becoming must watch.
Like I said, he's a superstar.
You got to watch him play. You have to, because he's the way he takes over in the fourth quarter and the way that athletically he attacks the rim, coupled with his surprisingly good decision making for a rookie. Like this is something that is quickly morphing into must watch TV when he is on the court.
The other thing, just since we were on this subject, to kind of piggyback off of your point, the thing that's amazing to me watching him play is, as a rookie, how in control of everything he is.
Very much.
Like you don't see rookie point guards, and he's actually been, I'm not gonna say good on defense, but he's been passable on defense, which is better than like Trae Young, for example, who is still nuclearly bad. He is fallout. He is toxic on defense. Like there's a fallout around him on defense that just causes everyone to be bad also on defense. So there's a limit. Like that's my one caveat about him is like, I love him. I love watching him offensively, but boy, defensively he's Ja isn't that. I mean, he's not great defensively. He's not, but he has picked up steals. He has good anticipation. He has good length, and he can at least see passing lanes pretty well. But when he's out there offensively as a rookie, again, this is a dude that's played 20 games basically in the NBA. He's totally in control. I talked to Dylan Brooks before the game the other day about Ja, and one of the things he asked him, were you surprised to see a rookie be able to control stuff like this? And he said, yeah, a little bit. He knew he was a good passer, but how he's able to manipulate the defense with the drive and then wait until that last and then kick it. It's not just, drive kick, like he's going through the progressions in his head. There's a feel that he's got about the exact time to make that pass and the exact way that this move is going to draw this defender over. And when it does, then this guy's going to cut. And then when he cuts, this guy's going to go. And that's when I'm going to pass. Like he's got 2 or 3 moves ahead, and it works. You don't see that from rookies, man. It's rookie point guards are very rarely a positive, and he is a positive.
Yeah, and it's
not just because he can dunk on everybody.
No, although that is
But he can't.
that is a big positive, and you're right. There's something about holding on to the ball to the very last minute, getting that help side defender to all the way commit,
Take that extra step,
get that extra step, and then be able to, because he athletically he's able to do this also, where he can jump and just hang in the air. And you have to honor that. You have to respect that. And he can get up there.
Because you know he can finish at all kinds of weird angles, so you got to respect
not just on you, but under you, around you. He's got all of that in his repertoire. And then when you come over and overcommit, now that guy is wide open. Corner, wing, cutting through, what have you. It just goes to show where he is mentally as a player at the NBA level. And if he's there now, if he's got that understanding right now, and he's that high of an IQ player right now, like the sky's the limit.
Yeah.
We saw Luka do similar things last year, and now Luka, ankle injury aside, is just balling, and nobody has anything for him. So this is weird to me because I'm not used to basketball players coming into the league and year 1 and 2 being this impactful.
Yeah.
And Luka was impactful last year. He's impactful again this year. Going to probably get that Mavericks team to the playoffs. John's impactful this year, and let's see what that jump is like for him next year, man.
No, I mean that's what it comes down to is, the impact on winning, the impact on but I think you just don't see that, and Luka is unique for sure, and it looks like he's only going to be out for a couple weeks with this moderate ankle sprain, which is good because it could have been a lot worse. What he's doing put himself in MVP contention. That's how good he's been. And Ja, has a ways to go to get to that point. But the thing is, you can see it. And my favorite thing about Ja so far is that he expects to win. He expects to be able to do this. There is zero fear. There is zero concern, hesitation about what I should or shouldn't do. There is zero. This dude has the mentality, whether it's because of the way his dad taught him, whether it's just a born thing that he just has, innate confidence level, whatever it is, he expects to be the best player on the floor in an NBA game where he might share the floor with LeBron and Giannis and whoever. He expects to be the best player. Now, he's not in many cases, but he expects to be. In that mindset, man, that's huge. If you can have that mindset and have that to me is like, that's the superstar. He thinks like a superstar. He feels like a superstar. Not everyone can do that. There's a lot of dudes that have a lot of talent who never could think and never believe it. And he already believes it. It's fun to watch, man. Just telling you, man. Every night, going down there and just never know. Might not see anything, but chances are you're going to see something pretty wild. Let's take that break. We'll come back and continue here. We'll talk a little college hoops on the other side as we continue on the program. Give you a message there?
No, my nose was itching, so I was itching.
CJ's like tapping his nose furiously. I'm like, is that some kind of a
He's
signal?
calling an audible.
Oh, is that? Okay. All right, Coach. Go.
See, that's part of my offense.
Okay. All right, Coach. We're going to take a break. Is that all right, Coach?
That's good with me. Let's take this time out.
All right, Real Sports Talk, Sports 56 961 87.7.
Check out Dave Voloshin and Brett Norsworthy with Sports Time. Weekdays from 3 till 6 on Sports 56, 96.1, and 87.7.
I Buy Houses, 901-406-1101. That's 901-406-1101. I Buy Houses. I Buy Houses will buy a house in any area, in any condition, and yes, it's guaranteed to close in 5 days. If you need to sell your home quickly, call 901-406-1101. If you've been through a divorce, if you lost your job, if you're tired of renters, I Buy Houses can get you your money quick. quickly. I Buy Houses will buy your home in Shelby County, DeSoto County, Memphis, Bartlett, South Haven, Horn Lake, Olive Branch, anywhere and everywhere in between in any condition. And yes, they're open 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. I Buy Houses, 901-406-1101. That's 901-406-1101. Grab that pen, 901-406-1101. I Buy Houses.
You're scrambling around. You need a haircut. Where you gonna go? I got a place that has 15 locations. I've got a place where details matter. I've got a place that can be invigorating and relaxing at the same time. You know what it is. It's Supercuts. Every haircut ends with the signature hot towel finish. Every haircut matters. When you're getting ready, you go into Supercuts. The stylist will pay attention to every detail, so you get the haircut you want. And, of course, you're going to finish with that signature hot towel. You walk out clean, sharp, and not just ready, but super ready. And you might want to ask that hairstylist about what the tea tree experience is. One part invigorating, one part relaxing. The tea tree experience is something you need to try. 15 locations. I mentioned that, didn't I? All you've got to do is go to supercuts.com. You'll find the one nearest to you. Get super ready at Supercuts.
This is the time of year when people come in from out of town and you want to impress them, and there's simply no better way to impress out-of-towners than 117 Prime in the heart of beautiful downtown Memphis. If your family or friends are visiting Memphis for the first time or for the first time in a long time, take them to the finest dining destination in downtown Memphis, 117 Prime. They'll be amazed by the best steaks in town and the best atmosphere anywhere in the city. 117 Prime is built to impress your visitors. 117 Prime is simply built to impress.
When you're diagnosed with metastatic breast cancer, a million questions flood your mind.
How can this be happening?
Am I going to be able to work?
What's a subtype? What do I do now?
We know.
We went through it too. But once you start to understand your options,
you can partner with your doctor
and find ways to face MBC on your own terms. Visit findyourmbcvoice.com and learn how to speak up and have a more informed conversation with your doctor.
Some questions have answers.
Visit findyourmbcvoice.com to find some of yours.
Pop the top on your next party. 34 North Cocktails. Available in Memphis now. Great for football grove parties, around the hunting campfire, and when you get home, entertain friends. Pop a premium can of Barrel Thief. Tastes just like an old-fashioned Barrel Thief made with aged bourbon, bitters, a hint of orange, a touch of vanilla, 15% ABV. Then, for you vodka lovers, try Sneaky Pucker, a refreshing lemonade premium vodka cocktail, 12.5% ABV. Made with super premium vodka, lavender, simple syrup, and lemonade. Delicious and smooth. Let the party begin with 34 North Cocktails.
Hey folks, I'm Jarrett Carter. My family recently purchased East Memphis Ace Hardware at Quince and White Station, and we're excited to offer the best selection of Big Green Egg and Traeger grills. And then don't forget about our Benjamin Moore Paint Studio and the Garden Center for fall flowers. Save 60% with our new Duracell key fob replacement program. We have a master locksmith service as well as glass cutting and screen repair. We're located at Quince and White Station behind Three Little Pigs. Look forward to seeing everyone over the holidays.
Nationally ranked Navy and Kansas State will meet for the first time ever at this year's AutoZone Liberty Bowl, and you'll want to be there as well. Plus, American Idol winner, country music star Scotty McCreery will perform at halftime. It's all happening December 31st at 2:45 in the afternoon. Get your tickets today by calling the AutoZone Liberty Bowl at 795-7700. The Tennessee Highway Safety Office reminds you that fans don't let fans drive drunk.
Welcome back to the Peter Edmiston Experience with C.J. Hurt. This hour is brought to you by Acura of Memphis. Here once again are Peter and C.J.
The only place you'll wanna be is underneath my Christmas tree. The only place you'll wanna be is underneath my Christmas tree. Light me up, put me on top. Let's fa la 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 la.
Hey!
Light me up, put me on top. Let's fa la 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 la. Ho ho ho. Under the mistletoe. Yes, everybody knows.
Okay.
We will take off our clothes.
Oh! Oh! Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. All right. That is, of course, Ella Fitzgerald.
That is not who that is. It's not funny.
Oh, I'm sorry. That's Aretha.
Come on, man.
Queen of Soul is at it again.
Come on, Peter.
This time of year.
Be better than that.
The Queen of Soul is at it again this time of year. Woo!
Lady Gaga, not the Queen of Soul.
Lady Gaga. That's how I like to pronounce it.
Gaga.
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 Lady Gaga. She is saying some things there in that song, and that seems excellent. A lot of fun. Fun Christmas time for her. As we're back here on hour number 3 of the Experience, Peter and CJ, with you on this very rainy, very nasty, nasty in more ways than one, sort of Monday here on the program. We talked a little college hoops as well. We're going to do a little taster of the NFL.
Okay.
A little taster. We'll do more tomorrow. Did you see the coin flip nonsense?
Yes.
From Dak?
Yes, very much.
Ridiculous.
Ridiculous.
Well, you said it.
Let's just overshadow the fact the Cowboys won. I don't want to talk about that.
First win in 4 games. First win over a team with a winning record.
I don't want to talk about any of that. I'd rather just talk about how they screwed up the coin toss. Dak says, we want to kick it.
We want to kick it. We'll play defense. We will defer in the second half. I don't understand. I don't understand. How Walt. Well, I don't
know the reference.
Walt Anderson.
Walt Anderson. I don't understand
Walt
how he
Disney.
did not pick that up.
Walt Disney is the referee in this contest today. All right, let me hear it. I got it for you here. Let's play it over here. See, Zach, are we good?
It is heads. Dallas has won the toss.
Go defense. We want to kick it. Kicking it that way.
You want to kick.
We defer the second half. Yes.
Okay, you're going to kick.
What? Huh? What now? What was that?
You want to kick.
We defer the second half.
Okay, you're going to kick.
Defense.
We want to play defense.
Kicking it that way.
Kick it that way.
You want to kick.
We defer the second half. Yes.
We defer the second half. Rams guys are like, what in the world? What? Smiling, like, what are you talking about, dude?
He said the word. He said defer. Even if he didn't say the word defer, you, the referee, know what he means.
This isn't a know what you means game.
He also said defer, Peter.
I know, but eventually.
He said,
if I said I want to kick, I want to receive, I want to defer, you don't
stop
get
him
to select.
and say, so what are you doing? Do you want to defer to the second half, or do you want the ball right now? You clarify. That's not on Dak. Dak is juiced up.
No, that's on.
Dak was running around getting it.
Yeah.
Pre-game. He's tired.
You got
making sure
part.
that hip swing.
No, that's part. Yeah, stop doing that. I don't like that at all.
You don't like the way the hip swing? You don't like the fact that I'm pointing it into it?
No.
I gotta
point it to the ball, point it to the throw?
I gotta bring in my quarterbacks coach, CJ. You gotta work on your footwork a little bit.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, we're gonna work on that a little bit.
But
you gotta know. You're the captain. You gotta know. In this situation, what are you gonna say? You win the toss. What are you gonna say? You don't go kick. We kick. No, we defer. Kick. We play defense. This way. Kick. No, defer. How many times you done this? Like, if you win the toss, what do you want to do?
Defer to the second half.
That's it. Do I just say that? Don't make it so tricky.
He didn't make it that tricky,
He
man.
did. He did. Did you hear that sounded like?
Yes, I knew what he meant. I knew what he was saying. And also, he said defer at the end. You're just a Cowboy hater, but there are many different reasons, much better reasons to hate on the Cowboys than this.
The NFL had to step in. Okay, that's why I'm telling you this is not. You make this sound like it's they should have. No,
the NFL should have known.
The NFL had to step in. So there you go. The NFL office had heard the request to defer, and then that should be honored. Like, you shouldn't have to involve instant replay on the coin flip. We shouldn't need that to replay. You can go. It's unreal. So ridiculous.
Funny how there's audio of that. It might not be funny. This might just be me being me. Never mind. Had a situation like that pop off high school against Brentwood Academy. We deferred, and they decided, okay, we're going to kick to you.
Mm-hmm.
After we deferred, so NBA got the ball to start the game and to start the second half. And Coach Ricky Bowers was letting them have it in the locker room, talking about how stupid Brentwood Academy was.
Yeah.
How they pay all that money to go to BA, and they don't know the rules to football. It was great.
I think that's exactly right, and that's why you should laugh at this whole situation. And the Rams were confused because they thought they were going to get the ball back, and they thought that the Cowboys were dumb And apparently then that didn't happen. And Sean McVay and Jared Goff and all said it was a problem. Now, they had other issues besides that. So that wasn't the reason why they lost the game or anything like that. But it was another additional confusion. That being said, this whole thing with the team that loses the Super Bowl struggling in the next year just continues. Mm-hmm. It doesn't matter how good they look. It doesn't matter what happens. It doesn't matter what the thought is, how young they are and all that. Something goes wrong just about every year when you see a team losing the Super Bowl. It's unusual to see them come back and even make the playoffs, much less make a run to the championship. And the Rams now with about a 5% chance, I think, to make the playoffs after this loss. And it's amazing to me watching this team and what they looked like last year versus this year. And the folly again of giving all that money to Jared Goff. Why are you doing that? Why? Jared Goff is at average. He's Kirk Cousins minus a few years. He's just a stone cold average quarterback that you've paid like a giganto superstar.
I mean, that's what they do. That's been my issue with the quarterback position and the way the NFL teams value it from jump. You sure pay Russell. Pay Aaron. Like, nobody's going to fault you for paying a quarterback like Drew Brees. I get that. But the rest of these guys who are okay, solid, you don't throw all your money at solid NFL players. You just don't. You can't. From a roster building standpoint, that severely cripples you and it handicaps you. And I know quarterbacks touch the ball every play. And I know that if you have a really, really good one, you can win a bunch of games and that you can get deep based off of his arm alone. But you're paying some of these quarterbacks like they're elite. You're paying them like they're really, really good NFL players, and they just aren't. Dak Prescott is about to get paid because of the way we value that position. He is. And I don't get it. I don't know why if you're an NFL team, you don't say, no, if we're not going to pay you that. You're just a solid player, man. And I know you play quarterback, but God bless you. Go out there and get the money. I'm not going to fault you for doing that. You won't get it here, though, because here we have to account for things like injuries. You know, when players go down, if you don't have a player who is capable of playing in the NFL at the backup spot, your team is done. It happens all the time where we see a guard go down or a left tackle go down, and that quickly changes the dynamics of the offense. You're not able to protect the quarterback. You're not able to open up holes. A couple of D-backs go down, and you're not able to defend the pass at all. Not as well as you were, but at all. I get that happens, and it happens because you've allotted so much money and an unbelievable percentage of your cap to a player who is just okay. Like, you can't build a team that way. You can't build a successful team that way. You can't. We saw the Baltimore Ravens go through an issue like this with Joe Flacco, Super Bowl loser. Joe Flacco. No, he won the Super Bowl. Take that back. He got them to a Super Bowl, got a Super Bowl win, and it's okay. This is our guy. We've got to pay him. We have to. Not taking into consideration how good that defense was that year, how they had explosive playmakers that year at receiver. They had Jacoby was back there returning kicks, how valuable he was that particular year. It was, nope, he's a quarterback. He won the Super Bowl. We got to pay him. And they meandered about for a while. They did. Now they got Lamar Jackson. Let's see what they can do. But if you paying average players all your money, man, you're setting yourself up for failure.
Well, and you get deceived because it's so important to get the right quarterback that you think that somebody like this is the right quarterback.
You want this guy you want to have the right quarterback, and instead of looking at it like, no, we don't have the right quarterback, we got to move on.
You throw all that money in there, and you now are in a position where, you know, if this guy isn't any better, if he doesn't improve, if he doesn't get back to whatever it was that he was doing to get him that money in the first place, then it hampers you so much from a cap standpoint. Like, what you can do when you've got, you know, a big chunk of your cap tied up with this guy and you can't really do anything about it, it's tough. You get that quarterback contract wrong and you are really struggling. And we've seen it affect plenty of teams in the past. it continues to be an issue. You better be very sure about what you're doing when you do that because, and I mean, I'm not saying you got to get rid of guys before you pay them like this, but if you're thinking of it from a cap standpoint, you have to be very, very sure about what you're doing and almost assume that, like, when are teams winning? It's not that often that they're winning with quarterbacks taking up this big chunk of their cap space. That's the whole Tom Brady deal where you take a little bit less and you allow some more of that money to be moved around a little bit. It's hard to do. Those guys are worth it. The market tells you that that's the value of a quarterback like that, but very few are actually quarterbacks like that. And even if you get them right, you are limited with what you can do with the rest of your space because you just don't have nearly as much money left to throw around.
Seattle Seahawks, up until recently, that the Super Bowl they got with Russell Wilson was on Russell's rookie deal, if I'm not mistaken. And they had a bunch of dudes around him. That was a really talented team, top to bottom, front to back. And they were able to get a Super Bowl win and get to another one. And if you don't have, that's an example of a team getting a quarterback at a reasonable price and what they're able to do with talent around him. And in the case of Russell Wilson, he has proven to be a player who can go out there and win you games. Like, he has proven to be the type of quarterback that is the difference for you in winning and losing. Goff hasn't proven that. Wentz hasn't proven that. You look around the league, Kirk Cousins, while in the playoffs right now, hasn't proven to be that. And so what you have done now is, if you're an NFL team who has paid all this money for an okay quarterback, you've severely hampered your ability to go acquire talent. Not just top-notch talent for the first teamers, but that backup guy. You severely hampered your ability to go out there and get a quality backup out there. And that's how you end up running around with piss-poor second-teamers who end up having to come in and play because your starter got injured. It's a physical game. It's a contact sport. You're going to be without your starter at some point unless you get really, really lucky. You got to have a dude good enough for that next man up mantra to really work. And when you're giving your quarterbacks all that money to just be okay, you don't have that.
You don't, and they certainly don't. And that's a big slap in the face and a crash back to reality for Sean McVay, by extension, in addition to everything else that's happened. All these teams now that went for the Sean McVay disciple type guy, is that now looking a little iffy when you see what's happened with him this year, or is this just something that was unavoidable, or how much of that do you put on it? There's a lot of little domino effects that happen as a result of this, because he was the hottest of the hot. Anyone that had a meeting with Sean McVay, anyone that went to school with Sean McVay, anyone that knew him, had ever taken a car ride with Sean McVay, was a coaching candidate out there. This year, maybe not.
No.
Maybe not quite so much. Let's take that break. We'll come back and continue here on the experience. What?
I'm glad you're a quarterback hater like me now, Peter. Thank you.
I'm not a quarterback hater. I'm just a paying mediocre player hater. I'm fine. I'm okay with what you got to pay. If your Lamar Jacksons come up, if your Pat Mahomes is come up, if your Aaron Rodgers, et cetera, you got to pay him, and you got to accept that even if you have to pay him a big chunk of your cap, okay, that's the going rate. That's just what we got to do here.
But your Matthew Staffords,
yes,
Ryans.
Correct. Your Kirk Cousins is your those guys. Yeah. Then now we have them. That's when we start chatting about this whole situation. What it is that you're really giving up when you get rid of those guys. Let's take that break. We'll come back and continue here. Real Sports Talk, Sports 56, 96.1, 87.7.
Get happy with Johnny Radio's Happy Hour. Weekday afternoons from 1 till 3 on Sports 56, 96.1, and 87.7.
I'd love to hear more. Do you have a card?
This is it. This is when you can either let something happen or make it happen with your professional custom card from Vistaprint. And we're now introducing free shipping on all business cards in any quantity. You pick the look, the style, and the statement you want to make in the moment. Now's the time to make something happen for your business. So for a limited time only, you can own the now with free shipping on all business cards in any quantity at Vistaprint.com. Just use promo code 1414. That's Vistaprint.com, promo code 1414.
If you need glass replaced, there's only one name you need to know: Benswinger Glass, the largest full-service glass company in the U.S. They've been an industry leader for over 125 years. For all your residential, commercial, or auto glass needs, Benswinger Glass is the name you need to know. 24-hour emergency service for all commercial customers, plus a nationwide warranty on all professionally installed glass. Visit Benswinger Glass in Midtown, located at 340 South Hollywood, across from the Liberty Bowl. Visit their website, benswingerglass.com. Benswinger Glass. Mid-South Power Distributors is your source for all things diesel. For more than 26 years, they've supplied all the diesel parts that you need. From simple repairs to complete overhauls, they have it all. Whether it's heavy, medium, light duty, agricultural, marine, or off-road, Mid-South Power is the leading source for all things diesel. Fuel injection, turbochargers, engine parts, alternators, starters, and brakes, they can supply all the parts and services you need. Stop in today at 3250 Mill Branch Road in Memphis or call 901-396-0710.
Bases loaded here at the top of the ninth. And the pitch. And it's out of here!
We deliver baseball caps, mitts, and everything you need to get ready for the game. But what you really get when FedEx knocks on your door is so much more.
FedEx Delivery.
Game day spirit. What we deliver by delivering.
I'm here with the great Pat Donahue from the Rendezvous Restaurant Shipping Department.
Thanks, Brett. We've been shipping our ribs all over the country now for decades from our USDA-inspected shipping kitchen in the Pinch District. We hand-cook our ribs in pits that Mr. Charlie built over charcoal, just like they do at the restaurant.
So what comes in a rib box?
We could do pork shoulder, we could do ribs, our sauce, seasoning, baked beans, coleslaw. We'll even throw in Pancho's cheese dip with our nacho boxes. We also put a bag of Rendezvous seasoned popcorn, heating instructions, some chef hats, some wet naps, and some other helpful tips from our kitchen. We ship our ribs overnight, exclusively FedEx. And we put them in nice packaging. We don't ever want to use styrofoam, so we use corrugated cardboard, actually 2 boxes that fit nice together, so the ribs get to you, your loved ones, or your clients in a safe, wholesome manner. Rendezvous ribs are perfect for out-of-town clients, customers, loved ones. We also ship ribs for any occasion.
Where do we order these great ribs?
You can go to www.hogsfly.com or give us a call at 1-888-464-7359.
Charlie Burgos' Rendezvous Restaurant in the alley since 1948.
In today's evolving workplace, XMC understands the process of getting office work done has moved from the desktop to your pocket. The new Xerox multifunctional printers and Connect Key app technology are game changers. Are you working with confidential information? Does it need to be secure from unwanted threats? Do you need to translate documents to another language? Xerox's App Gallery provides solutions like secure printing and easy translator technology. XMC is the second largest exclusive Xerox agent in the U.S. with 9 locations to serve you. We've been in business for over 25 years and have received top awards from Xerox. In changing our world one experience at a time, our team's committed to doing what's right for your business. XMC is proud to be your leader in document and print management, and it'd be our pleasure to serve you. Contact XMC today at 888-814-3114 or visit our website at xmcinc.com. XMC, excellence in office solutions.
Welcome back to the Peter Edmiston Experience with CJ Hurt. This hour is brought to you by Acura of Memphis. Here once again are Peter and CJ.
Yeah, baby. I hear them sleigh bells ringing, while them carolers just singing. That time of year is here to spread that Christmas cheer. Sleigh riding off in the snow. Big smiles everywhere we go. Starlight shining all night. Them Christmas lights so bright.
This is a Freak Nasty Silent Night.
Yeah.
Freak Nasty got that spirit.
Yes, he does. Yeah, baby.
Yeah, baby. What? Yeah. What? Yeah. Welcome back as we continue here on a nasty Monday in more ways than one. Here, Peter and CJ with you. Coming up next, it's going to be middays. What's up, Nick? What's up with middays? What's going on?
So Barrett Sallee is joining the program as usual, and they will have the good, bad, and the ugly.
Okay. Which one are you?
Definitely good.
Debatable.
I'm not bad, and I'm definitely not ugly.
Okay. All right. Well, your offense is, Coach.
I don't know. I like that offense. Cover the whole field, man.
We got to cover the whole field.
I like that.
We got to make them defend us.
Yes. As opposed to defending
themselves.
The fans? I like it. Let's get Zach signed.
Actually, I don't want them to defend me. If I could choose for them not to defend me, that'd be great. I would accept that just fine.
See, that's why you're not a coach, Peter, because you don't use the whole field.
I'm only going to use a small portion of the field, and I'm going to make them not
deep
defend
corner.
me.
You got to hit the corner, man.
They're going to key in on the short side of the field, Peter.
I'm not using the same small part of the field.
Got to stretch it out, man.
Zach's got plays where guys are just throwing laterals all the way across the field, back and forth.
That's stretching the field.
Just stretching the field, just back and forth.
We're throwing a little misdirection. It's here, but it's not.
Oh, that's a little prestidigitation that you're throwing in there.
Wait, what? Who the what?
Prestidigitation.
Okay.
That's a little sleight of hand for you right there.
Oh, thank you for clarifying.
Look at that.
that
Oh, the ball's over here. Whoop. No, it's over here. Look, it's under my hat. Whoop. There we go.
Hey,
in the
listen.
helmet. Touchdown.
Listen, throwing a little wildcat in there, kind of be a little exotic.
Little exotic cats. Exotic wildcats.
Throw a little leopard in there.
Jaguar. little baby jaguar.
Throw a tiger in there, too.
Sure. Onyx. Little
Throw an ocelot. We're going to go ocelot here.
Okay.
Got to put fear in them. Got to put fear.
Because ocelots strike fear, baby.
Fear in them. And I was wondering, why don't we ever have magicians play quarterback?
Some would say Pat Mahomes is one.
Yeah, but I mean real magicians. That way you could.
You want David Blaine out there?
Yeah.
That's your quarterback.
So back to pass, and then whoop, ball just disappears. Now where to go? Now you can't tackle him because he may not have the ball. So where's the ball? And then boom, all of a sudden, wham! And wide receivers just got it. Touchdown.
Oh, okay.
Think about that. So that's kind of out of the box thinking that people need.
I'm pretty sure magic is not allowed. I know in Quidditch you can't use magic. So
We're not playing Quidditch.
I'm just saying.
And they're flying on brooms, by the way.
Quiet and stop
So
interrupting
right out
me,
of the
Peter.
gate,
I'm
it's
saying
magical.
Quidditch is played by magical people, magical beings, and they can't use magic. So why would football, which is not played by those magical creatures, be allowed to use magic?
Is it specifically outlawed?
No.
Okay. Then that's why you can use magic.
It's a competitive advantage.
It is. That's exactly right.
Just because it's not specifically outlawed doesn't mean you can use it. You got to use some common sense, people. That's how we end up in that situation with Dak not getting the ball in the second half. Common sense tells you what he means.
Back to pass. Whoop. Ball disappears. All right. Now, where is it? Who knows? Who could say? It's in the ether.
It's probably in the deep corner.
Could be in the deep corner. And then, boom, it appears just in the hand of the receiver running. Think about it.
You need to close your third eye, or at the very least,
don't ever
dust it off.
Don't ever offend me.
Dust it off.
Third eye is wide open.
Clean the third eye lens, man. It's doing too much. It's
third
all
eye
over the
is
place.
Wide open.
Just like
and ready.
do this real quick.
No, I can't do it.
Get that off. Maybe your third eye needs glasses.
No, I can't.
Your other two eyes got them.
This is what the innovations that you need to take it to the next level of sports. It's like our friends at Accurate Memphis to bring it to the next level. They don't need any magic.
Oh.
Although it does kind of feel like magic, but it's not. It's all taken care of. It's all right there for you. You get in that automobile and you drive around. Even on a nasty day like this, you'll really appreciate that super handling all-wheel drive. You'll appreciate the fact that they've got that computerized torque system that's going to make sure that when you get a little slippage, maybe you get a little slippage on one of the tires, don't worry about it. The super handling all-wheel drive figures out exactly what's going on and reroutes a little bit of power to that extra side to make sure that you get that stability right back. You don't even know. You don't have to do anything. It just does it for you. You just drive it and you say, man, this feels good. It feels stable. Stop. Okay, I can go. Not sliding around like some of these jokers out here. I'm good to go. That's what it feels like. Feels luxurious, CJ. Feels luxurious because it is. But it doesn't cost a luxury price. Go see them over at Acura Memphis, 385 in Ridgeway, online AcuraMemphis.com. Coming up next, it is Middays, as Zach alluded to, with Barrett Salee, among many others, the good, the bad, and the ugly, and all of that. Big thanks to Freak Nasty for joining us on the program today.
I can't.
Everybody have a nasty Christmas. We'll talk to you in the morning.
I Buy Houses, 901-406-1101. That's 901-406-1101. I Buy Houses. I Buy Houses will buy a house in any area.